Based After Dark.
Thank you all for watching the Based After Dark podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then you can support us further by subscribing to our Patreon that offers 3 different tiers. That will be linked in the description down below.
Welcome back to Based After Dark, episode 35, with the guest, solo mission. We've got the rest of you guys. Introduce yourselves.
That was actually pretty good.
That was good.
That was good.
I forgot you were professional. My bad. Sorry.
Prison Joe.
Concise.
Prison Joe, Ignoble Solid, Q-Neeks, Zoe Pancakes, Tasty Life from YouTube. Welcome. Guys, good morning. How are we doing? It's another early podcast. Is this the second time we've done this?
I really
Second
like
time
the
ever.
early cast.
I love them so much more, bro.
I kind of
Yeah.
like them too. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I feel like
Based
more of a
afternoon.
human.
Yeah, it's based afternoon because all of us
Yeah.
like stream before the cast normally,
Yeah.
so we have 4 hours of yelling into a microphone.
Oh my god.
And then we
4
gotta come
hours. Some of
make
us are
dick
full
jokes.
time.
I'm a part timer. I'm a part-timer. 4.5 hours. Sorry, Zoe. Like,
Okay,
geez.
pardon me.
Yeah,
I'm always like
Respect the 4
falling
hour.
asleep in the last hour.
Yeah.
The
I
trade
could
off is
tell on
that
the
now I'm gonna be
last,
tired during stream. So
literally
It's
on the
crazy
last
'cause,
pod.
like- Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I could tell on the last pod, Zoe, like we were dragging it on a little bit, and Zoe, I could tell she was like, "Can we get this shit done? I want to get off."
I saw the
I was
stern,
so sick. I'm
I
sorry.
saw
I'm
the
sorry.
stern mother look. I kept looking at her. I was
It's
like, God,
okay.
she's about to die in the chair. We gotta wrap this up.
I was
got the-
dying.
We have to cart her out of here. It's getting...
My head was turning.
First time we
Solo
recorded
mission,
this
is this,
cast,
like-
it was like, ooh. Sorry, Zoe.
I just want to
just-
ask if this is
interrupt
like
you,
middle of
buddy.
the day to you. Wow, we're so bad, bro. It's like you've never done this before.
Yo, you need me to take over.
Yeah, go
No,
ahead. I
it's-
just wanted
it's
to ask
9
if this
it's
is like
9
middle of the
PM.
day.
No, it's 9 p.m. right now, so it is actually dark outside, so it fits.
do you have
on
a
me, even though it doesn't
DJ
for you guys.
schedule? What's your sleep schedule?
I do. So I wake
was my
up
question.
midday normally, and then so my girlfriend works from home or she's at the office. I like chat to her for a bit. She's working, and that's like it's like a good time to get my first shift done of just random stuff like playing RuneScape, editing, all the rest of it. And then I like chill with her from like 5 to 10. She goes to bed, and then it's like the night shift, and then like I go to bed at 4 a.m. But it's quite nice because it means I definitely get 6 hours a day of like time to myself to do my own stuff. Like so, it works. It does work quite well for us. Like,
That's not like
no.
T Papa Slice D-Chen, who, if you'll notice, he's currently not on this cast. It's 2:30 for him, and he's still asleep. He said he was going to sleep through the
no.
cast. But I feel like noon's respectable. Noon and before, like, you can do stuff. You can get stuff done.
Mm. Yeah, and I
Um,
think
like-
it comes from. I just find that I've got way more stuff going on in the evening than in the morning, so like it just makes sense. And I also rationalize it with, you've got to stay up to like chat to people from the USA if you're in the UK,
Mhm.
so like you're slightly shifted. So I don't know, it's all cope, isn't it?
How
Yeah,
much,
it's
how
just all
much
coke,
time
bro.
per day do you spend doing like YouTube stuff specifically? Do you have like an allotted amount of time? Do you like, I'm going to sit down at 2 p.m. and work for 4 hours? Or like, do you just wing it? Just...
No, I definitely, I don't have like a timetable or anything. I think one of the best things about doing YouTube full time is that you have that freedom and flexibility. So
Yeah.
like I'm gonna take advantage of it. I'm not gonna be like, right, it's time to chain myself down to the desk. So yeah, I don't do that. I do like, I'd say I do quite a lot of work over the week, but it's always that blurred line of what is work, what isn't work, or the rest. Like playing RuneScape, even watching videos. I class that as work. Like watching RuneScape
That's right
YouTube
up.
videos and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it's market research.
Damn,
Do you
I'm
watch
working
a lot
all
of
the time.
streams? Or are you solely YouTube kind of guy?
I watch more YouTube because it's more. It is because I'm interested in what's going on and what's going to be interesting to people. But I do watch. So I've been watching more streams recently, actually. Mainly, yeah, just to see like people are coming up. Like you guys, like I'd watch your streams, like pop in just to see like what you guys are up to and stuff. And like some people. I must admit, I do tend to go to people that I've met in real life. So I love chilling in Rakesy's stream, just because I've got that little brother energy to him to piss him off. So like I've never subbed to him, but people will always give me a so people will always give me a sub when I type. So like I need to be there to get my free sub because it just makes it so annoying. And then because I'm like a 14-month sub now, so I'm one of your biggest supporters.
That's a big brain
And then
play.
every month when someone gives me one, he's just like, no, like why? Like thanks for the sub, but please no. I just
you
start
got
spamming the
to.
mates. I just love it. I
Both times
love
you came.
winding Rexy up. It's just too fun.
Both
So, yeah,
times you
that's
put up
that's
to
one of
me,
my
you immediately
favorite.
got hooked up with a sub. So just
That's
come
true.
once a
I know,
month. Just
yeah.
once a month.
Yeah, be
Just come,
typing.
just come through
Yeah,
once a month.
I would say I'm definitely more of a lurker on Twitch though. Like I've said this in the past. I just sometimes when I type, the chat will be like all of a sudden talking about Gillinall games or like when's the new video coming and stuff. And I don't really like that the stream can potentially get derailed into talking about what I'm up to. It's not quite
I
so
like
bad
that.
for me because I'm not partnered on Twitch, so like a lot of the times it's like, is that the real solo mission? Because I've got like no badges next to my name, like some random ass account.
That's
But,
what I
yeah.
said when you came into my stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking rando.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, is that
Wait,
really him? What the hell?
That's
Is
so
there
funny.
is there a reason you haven't applied for it? Because you definitely have the like YouTube presence. Like you don't even have to go live. You could probably just apply and get it. I'm pretty sure.
No,
I could be wrong.
they make you go live now. They stopped.
Oh, they
doing,
do?
like, they stopped doing like the hey, you're big on YouTube probably like 3 years ago.
Oh,
I want to
shit.
say because it
Yeah,
wasn't a
so never
thing when
mind.
I started applying 2 years ago.
Yeah. So I did actually stream in 2018. Well, so I graduated from university and I went full time with YouTube, and I was like, well, fuck it, I may as well stream, see how it is. So I streamed for about 9 months, and I had the requirements just about for partner, but then I didn't do it because I used to go live on YouTube, and then we did the whole spam the Twitch link in the chat. Everyone come over to Twitch, like if you're in a Prime, like all that sort of stuff. So I used to do that. But yeah, I'm like getting partnered. It doesn't really mean anything to me on Twitch. I'm just not a streamer, so yeah.
Yeah, guys,
You don't-
getting
yeah, you
partnered
don't
doesn't
get
matter,
anything.
right, guys?
Right, Ignoble.
Yeah, it doesn't
Exactly.
matter. The only
Yeah.
thing is like going to TwitchCon or something. I always think like, should I go to TwitchCon? I'm like, but I like won't be. Can you even get into the things if you're not a partner and stuff?
Did you?
You
did
do
miss
feel
out very
powerful with
little.
the partner line.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
you'd miss out. So like sometimes I
It's a good
think like,
time.
should I future-proof
No,
like
you
my
would not
future
miss
fun?
out.
You don't
Well,
miss
you
out.
only have to stream for like an hour. Or
You
sorry,
could
an hour.
literally-
You could like a month. You'll be fine.
You could premiere a YouTube video on Twitch like for like 1 month, and then get
Yeah.
partnered from it, and then never stream
good
again
idea.
if you wanted
Good
to.
idea.
Like
It's a good
that.
idea.
Yeah, I know. I could. Yeah,
But
I
you
like.
know,
Yeah. But like any time I've streamed in the past 3 years has been on YouTube, and it's been like 5 times maybe. I did hide and seek like a few months back, and that was pretty fun. Quite enjoyed that.
What did
But
you
I
not
just-
like
I
about
don't know.
streaming?
There's like 10 reasons to be honest. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I think it's just it suits if YouTube is your main focus. I think streaming it takes away from the videos. You'll be talking about something, and then something happens, and it's like, oh, that clip's like ruined. Not ruined, but like I think stream
yeah.
clips are lower
It is,
quality
yeah.
than just
Stream
when you're
clips
in the
are
moment.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like thinking of the narrative at the time and like how I'm speaking, like with your YouTube voice and stuff. It's hard to do that if you're like streaming or like going back and be like, well, actually, like, and you have to talk to people. So like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
Well,
it's hard to
I
think
try my
about
best
that.
to keep
Yeah.
YouTube and Twitch clips separate. I'll like mix them sometimes, but I've put out a couple like pure stream clip videos, and all the YouTube comments are just complaining. Like that's
It just doesn't do as well. It's like the viewers see it as like lower value or something like that.
Yeah,
Like, maybe they don't
feel
think they do, but
excluded.
like they might do. Yeah.
They feel like the video is not for them. Like they're an afterthought as the audience. I think. Just my
Yeah.
armchair psychology.
That's fair. I noticed it in your one. That was one of your last videos. I think I forgot what you were doing. I think you're doing combat achievements. There, you put a bunch in there, and I did notice it. It didn't like
Who,
strike
me?
me as you. It didn't strike
Yeah.
me like differently, but like I noticed it. So
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
sense.
It's definitely. On
It's just like
people's minds.
less immersive really, and that's part of it. And then I feel like by not streaming, the only place you're gonna see solo mission content is on YouTube, and it means that more people will watch the YouTube videos, and I want as many people to watch YouTube as possible because that's all I really care about. From a bit I know that sounds slightly backwards. Streaming would support YouTube, but I think YouTube supports streaming
No.
well, but I don't think
Yeah.
streaming supports YouTube well.
Yeah,
if you see what I
that's a
mean.
good take.
We
Great
say
take.
that all the
Right.
time. Like
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
there
Yeah,
is
like it's yeah. Sorry, you go.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I feel like we've been talking about that a lot. Like the turnover from YouTube to Twitch is great, and the opposite is like virtually non-existent.
not there at all. Yeah.
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 I mean, it
Yeah,
helps
like-
a little bit, but
It's like Twitch viewers don't have the attention span to watch an entire YouTube video. I feel like that's just like a thing. They need to
vice
have
versa.
interaction with the streamer. They're like they're
Yeah, well,
typing like the streamer hasn't responded to me in 1 minute. I'm leaving this stream. Goodbye. It's like okay.
Yeah, stream and YouTube are like complete opposites. They're totally different things.
Yeah.
People watch them for different reasons.
Yeah.
So
It makes
you said
sense.
you're a YouTube gremlin. You watch a lot of YouTube. Are there any small?
Did he call himself a gremlin, or did you make that up?
That's what I heard.
Call him a
Heard.
gremlin. What the hell, man?
Huh. I gotta get my ears checked, maybe. Are there any small YouTubers out there that you found like RuneScape related, or even not RuneScape related, that you really like or think are gonna blow up in the next couple months, year?
I don't know. I've tried to subscribe to pretty much everyone just to see what people are doing. Like I said, it's like the market research side and just like I don't know. There's something nice about seeing somebody's full journey. So like, obviously the people that I came up with, I remember when we all had like 5K subs, and now like we've got like all got 100K. So like Mint Cow, like Lincoln Rog, Mika, these sort of people like Rixie and that people like that. So it's nice seeing people's journey. I think so. Someone who's doing really well recently is Idol. I know you guys know him with
yeah, we
all
love
his
Idol.
plugin stuff. So he's popping off recently, and that's like super sick to see. And yeah, like a lot of people come into it, and then a cold one as well. Like I mean, this is just like base people, right?
Damn,
Fucking
he did
based
his
on
research.
top
He knows
protocol.
exactly how
I
he's
know.
buttering up. He's buttering us up. I know it. I can tell what he's doing.
The cold,
Fine, you can join, but you
No,
have
but
to be part of it.
genuinely, a cold one is like fucking like those videos are really good, especially
told him that.
considering he doesn't have like it's not like he's got a big catalog of YouTube stuff going back that he's done before, right? So like I don't know, it's just really I'm jealous of that series as well.
Yeah, it's
I don't
unreal.
know, I was like, how didn't I think of that? I was like, fuck, that's like an open goal just completely missed. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually the only YouTube series I really watch right now is his Zuck Helm speedrun. And like you said, he doesn't really have like a lot of YouTube experience. And I was watching like the first several episodes, and I was like, wow, this is like beautifully organized. Like he's presenting this information so well in a YouTube format with basically zero
Yeah.
experience.
And
So,
he's funny as well. Actually, he's a funny guy.
Funny guy. Yeah.
I wish he would have started a long time ago. He was just waiting to pop off. Honestly, if he would have like made series before, he would have killed it. He's just so put together, and he's just really meticulous in how he does things.
I wish he did a
respect.
whole series for his hardcore Iron Man solo
Been
top
insane.
thing. That would have
rest
been a
in
great
peace.
YouTube series.
that would have been unreal.
Speaking, by the way, this is going way back. You said you only hang out mostly with the people that you've met in real life. Do you want to come to Tennessee? You want to?
Oh, don't
Excellent
invite
question.
me because I'll come.
Come.
No,
Please.
right. So I think because I've watched the base podcast before, right? About Base After Dark. I've watched quite a few of them, and I've heard you talk about this. Are you gonna be there in the last week of April / the first week of May? Because we're actually, or some of us are already coming to America for Mason's wedding.
Oh, for Mason's wedding. That's
Yeah, that's May
So-
1st or something, right?
Yeah, it's
Around then.
it's around there. So like me, Evie, Scape, Ditta, and that's in North Carolina. Right, my America geography is gonna be awful.
It's the next
Very
country.
close.
It's
It's
actually
actually
next
one
it's
state
state.
Tennessee.
over.
It's
Tennessee.
actually close. We're one state
Right,
over
okay.
for
Okay.
that.
I'm not doing that European thing where it's actually like a 30-hour drive to get there. Like,
No,
oh
no.
No,
we
it's like
can
a
just pop over.
3-hour drive,
2 or
actually.
3
yeah.
hours. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean we don't have our dates for when we're coming to America, so I don't know if there's some
Come
sort
out
of
of the
If you
overlap.
come a week early, you can pull up. So,
Give him the
Yeah,
dates.
we're-
Hell yeah, we just
Dude,
added
nice.
a bunch of
It's
people
just
to the
like-
roster. Hell yeah.
Relaxing things.
We're recruiting him live on the podcast. That's
Yeah.
I
amazing.
mean, as soon as this podcast is over, I'll be like, yeah, that wasn't serious, by the way.
Just wanted to act nice.
We only have room for one European, and Bodhi is coming, so I'm really
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
that
Oh,
you know,
shit.
Yeah. I mean, unless you guys like
Wait,
cuddle,
Bo's not
stay in the
actually
same
coming, is he?
room. So
No,
he is
actually,
coming.
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he
Is
is.
Barry coming? Oh, that's
Yeah,
so sick.
he's yeah.
No way.
allegedly, I believe it was.
Allegedly.
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 I don't believe him till he buys a ticket. I feel
Yeah,
like
that's a good
Yeah.
point.
I don't trust you. I don't trust European people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the British and the French specifically. A German, I'll trust all day. You know, like a
You have
Spaniard
European-
for sure.
And you have Europeans in base though, don't you? Like Megan, she's from. The
Yeah,
UK.
she's like,
few.
it's like our diversity hire though. We have a
We have Sinferna too. She lived in London for a little. She's basically British.
she's like a Canadian accent though, is the thing.
She's Canadian. She just lived in the UK.
Yeah, she's
but she's diverse enough.
We
Yeah.
have diversity. We have a bunch of Canadian people, bro. That's like across the world.
We're so diverse.
Uh,
No,
would
I think it's
you-
like a time
that's
zone thing
funny.
mostly.
oh yeah, definitely. Like
Because
you
we all
guys
know
are-
each other
yeah,
through stream. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Would you go to
It'll be almost
TwitchCon
weird
EU?
to get other people in. What do you say? TwitchCon EU.
TwitchCon EU?
Oh,
Would you go to
man,
that?
might have to start streaming. It's in Paris. In Paris though. Like Paris is
It's in
like.
Paris, yeah. A
I hate
shithole.
Paris.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and it's like I've been to Paris before. It depends who was going. Like, not gonna lie, when I saw like I watched some of Joe's stream when you guys were in San Diego for TwitchCon, and I was like, shit, that looks like a lot of fun. Like, I kind of like maybe I should have gone, but I was like, I don't really. I don't know. Like my core people I already know aren't there, so like.
Listen, man.
Uh,
If you would have
like,
showed up
yeah.
at the door and said, "I'm solo mission," first I would have like asked for like some type of photo to make sure you're not
Some,
lying.
some sort of ID.
And then as soon as you showed, we'd be like, "Come on in, 100%." Turn away solo mission at the door, bro.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Bro, you would have missed you missed out on Seth, like, like hanging guard at the door. It's like, stop.
true,
Who
yeah.
are you? Like, you
People
gotta
will
prove
run
yourself.
over
Who do you know
before you-
here?
Kicked
Oh,
out my
no.
friends, man. He kicked out Luca.
I did accidentally kick
He
some
did
people
not
out.
kick them
No
out.
way.
No one recognized him.
Oh,
He didn't
shit.
allow them entry.
That was
That's
true.
all.
Yeah, I said, well, do you know these people? He said, man, I used to know these motherfuckers my life. I said, all right, guys, sorry, man. You gotta go. I
Oh,
apologize.
that's so rough.
Sorry
That's
about
so
it.
rough.
I trust Will too. Will's like an OG, like he knows everybody. So like he was like, nah.
Yeah.
He's like, nah. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, sorry guys.
If EU is anything like the US TwitchCon, that was probably the most fun week of my life. I don't think I've had a more fun week ever. So
It was
You're
so
not gonna
filling,
have
too.
house parties in Paris. I'm gonna tell you that right
Yeah,
now.
that's-
You guys are gonna go
Yeah,
to
that's
bars.
the thing.
it's gonna be different.
It's a different vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want RuneFest back. Like, oh my god, it was so good. RuneFest was just the king.
Do you have any
Would
good
you
Yeah. Do
guys-
you want to talk
would
about
you
your
guys go?
predictions that we discussed earlier?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh
RuneFest?
yeah, I think that surely, right, Jagex, if you listened.
They
The
love this
Golden
podcast.
Gnomes, the community.
I'm picturing
podcast where we
fucking
don't
like
talk about
Aiza
RuneScape
blasting
ever.
this podcast in the middle of the Jagex office. It's like,
yeah, like a Bluetooth bill speaker.
Maud Ash is listening to the one about shrooms, like nodding his head the entire time.
What would you say? What would you say his podcast is RuneScape wise? That's I would
Wait,
honestly say
wait.
15.
I didn't hear the prediction. Wait, go back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Well, me. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm still picturing fucking the Bluetooth going
Oh,
on. It's just like a minute clip of Tasty talking about jerking off into his socks and throwing it at his hamper, and his dad finding out. Just like, well,
Oh no.
It's a family bonding moment, honestly. We grew together.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
the Golden Gnomes
continue.
should have happened already, right? But they haven't happened. And do you want to know why? It's because RuneFest is still being organized and they can't wait to drop the community bomb that is RuneFest, and they're going to announce it at the Golden Gnomes, and that's why the Golden Gnomes are delayed. That's a conspiracy theory right there.
I believe it.
Have you been doing
But I
shrooms?
only hope. Yeah, I saw it, bro.
if that happens,
Say they was there. It's like, listen.
He has an
wait
idea.
a second, man.
Mushroom emoji.
If that happens specifically, I'm just gonna assume that this was not a prediction and you just knew the whole time, and Jagex is never gonna tell you anything again.
The leak.
Absolute leak.
It'd be worth it.
That'd be funny.
I feel like
No,
wait,
I
so
see your
Golden-
messages in the content creator Discord that nobody responds to.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
bro.
It cracks me up.
What the content creators god. Yeah, I messaged so for context, I just messaged like, what's happened to the 2022 Golden Gnomes? Because I asked in November, and it was like, oh, coming soon, and so I was like, what happened to the 2022 Golden Gnomes, guys? Come on, like, not to
No
flame,
response.
but there's one Jmod is literally head of influencers. Like, I don't know, how's it that hard to get this together? Come on now, like, I don't know. And it's just sorry. I was gonna. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
I
go
couldn't cut you off. I was just gonna say. I say it not because I want to win, but because I think it's unfair on people that have like been up and coming for the past year. So all of a sudden it's now the past year and a half, and like they're so celebrated, and people love it so much, right? Like Tasty's always going on about his golden gnome. It means a lot to these
True.
people out here. So like, I don't know. I just think
Yeah.
it's so much better as a yearly thing.
And you become like for
so-
new streamers too and stuff. You kind of become old news after a while.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Well, not old news, but like, do you know?
But you,
Like-
it doesn't feel new anymore.
Yeah, it's the hype. Yeah,
Tasty
Yeah.
fell off, bro.
Yeah,
we
literally
take it.
fucking washed. I can't win best new streamer again, dude. It's gonna be
I mean,
so terrible.
I mean, so as much as he talks about the gun on gnome, though, he doesn't really give a fuck about it.
No, it's just kind of fun, you know. Like the Golden Gnome ceremony is just such a fun community little
That
event.
was
It is
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it was at RuneFest, you literally went up on stage and gave
That's
a speech.
so
and
cool.
stuff.
That's
it wasn't
crazy.
like
That would be
it wasn't
awesome.
shitty on
Way
Discord.
cracked as hell,
So
bro.
wait,
Yeah.
you think they're delaying the Golden Gnomes so they can have it at RuneFest this year? Or you said they're gonna have Golden
No.
Gnomes and then announce RuneFest at the
No,
Golden Gnomes online.
Yeah, I think they're gonna announce RuneFest at the Golden Gnomes online. Yeah, but to be honest,
Okay.
it would be kind of nice to have RuneFest in person, but it's not going to be like a 2-month turnaround, really, is it? It'll be in
Yeah,
like
you're right.
summer or something like that, and hopefully in London,
Like
like the
next
last time
summer?
they hosted RuneFest. No, as in like as in this summer. Like
Oh, okay.
I'd imagine maybe August. or
Like
something. I don't
August,
know.
yeah.
Or it's
It was
actually
in
wait,
October
that's-
last time, right?
Yeah, it's been in October the previous times, but it's kind of cold. I'm like, I don't know. Like summer's just a better vibe, isn't it? And like if it's in like
Yeah.
London as well, because it's been in Farnborough, which is just like the middle of fucking nowhere, really. It's like there's one hotel that like the J mods and content creators stay at, and then everyone just sort of like tries to pile into this one tiny little hotel bar afterwards. That's just what's happened the past 2 times, and it's just there's just streamers and like people everywhere, and like all the other guests are complaining like what the fuck? 'Cause, like, it's just so loud and it's like 2 a.m. and it's like it's all fucked. So hopefully they sort out something better this year. I mean, but it is really good. I like if you guys have the means to go, I really would suggest going to RuneFest.
So you've been to RuneFest how many times? One, twice? Once, twice?
I've been to RuneFest 2018 and 2019, which was really cool because in 2018 I went and that was just as I'd kind of gone full time, and so not many people knew me or anything. I think I had like 15k subs maybe. So like, a few people knew me. I knew some of the other YouTubers around my size and stuff, and I was just nice. But then the second time I had like 70k. And like I'd just been doing a bit better, and a lot more people knew me, and I was like, "Oh my god, people are actually coming up to me now! This is so weird, or like so strange." And it was really nice to speak to everyone, and it's odd, but like it's cool. Right? And you guys would get it as well. All of you would be recognized, and you'd be going to the loo and someone would be like, "Yo, I love the streams and stuff."
Yeah,
it's
RuneFest
really
would be
wholesome.
fun, specifically because it's just like just RuneScape. Like TwitchCon
It is,
is
yeah.
cool because like it's all the creators on Twitch, but it's not as localized.
Yeah.
Mm.
I had a question.
I think
in
it's more the
regard to-
thing. Oh, sorry. I'm so bad
Go
for
ahead.
interrupting people.
No, it's
I'm
okay. I
so
was just
sorry.
gonna ask, like when you get a chance, what can we expect from like RuneFest? I mean, in your experience, how's like typically has the setup been?
So in the last one, which was 2019, a long time ago now, but they had the golden gnomes on the night before, and it was like you can get dressed up in like black tie if you want to, sort of thing. And like there was lots of tables and things. They go through the categories. They show like snippets of the videos and stuff. Obviously, there's like bars and like everyone's drinking and that. So that was really fun. In the 2018 one, they had the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. So there was like an orchestra playing RuneScape songs,
Oh, that's
which was
so
like really cool. So it was like yeah. I forget you guys like you don't know this because you weren't.
Yeah, bro,
you
I'm
weren't
getting
really
hyped up
around
now.
as
Yeah.
much.
I've watched
Yeah,
all
so-
the vlogs because I had to like
Yeah.
figure, like try to piece it together for myself as much as I could.
It's like really, so it's really fun. So like there's like so that sort of awards evening / like the orchestra was the main thing for the night before in 2018, and then the actual day they have panels with creators. They have like there's like Ron's done like a game show in the past. They've done like a cook-off and stuff. Like it's like live stream content because there's a live stream the whole time at RuneFest. Then they have the announcements. They have the reveal. So like the Winter Summit, the Summer Summit that there have been in recent years. It's just that at RuneFest, the JMods come on and they present. And but really, what the best thing about it is just meeting everyone. It's just everywhere you look, there's somebody that you recognize and know, and it's just that vibe of everyone's just like happy to chat and it's just really good, really enjoyable.
Yeah, that sounds tight as
Yeah.
fuck. I would love to go to that.
Yeah, so it sounds like I'm getting commission off these sales.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
yeah, bro.
The Jacket's paying you for this,
Now
dude? What the
this?
fuck?
It's all
I've
lining
been like
up.
dreaming of going forever. It's so different from TwitchCon. Like TwitchCon, the event itself doesn't even actually matter, but I feel like the RuneFest event would be actually really cool to go to.
That's a good
100%.
point.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna feel like more validated being at the RuneFest. Like TwitchCon, I mean, there was thousands of partner streamers there in all kinds of categories. Like he said in RuneScape,
Yeah.
that'd be really cool just to be everywhere we look is just somebody we know who we probably haven't met.
I mean, I felt
Yeah.
like that when we were at TwitchCon, when we had like a house party with all the RuneScape people. I'm just like, that's Rice Cup. Like, what the fuck?
That
Yeah,
was
it would be that
tight.
vibe.
What?
Yeah. It's that vibe, but like the entire time.
Dude, that's
so
dope.
cool.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
there's only a few RuneScape content creators that. Well, okay, not a few. There's a good bit that didn't come to TwitchCon, but there's a few that I want to meet, like Rig and Dow. I love Rig. I would love
I
to
met
meet
Rig.
him.
I love him.
Did you? Oh, at
Yeah.
TwitchCon Europe.
We went to Indian. It was so sweet.
Yeah, there's this one YouTuber solo mission. I think he'd be cool to meet. That'd be kind of fun.
You're gonna meet him
Pretty
at
cool.
Tennessee anyway, so you don't have to worry about
That's
that.
very true.
True.
You
Do
ever
you like
had
to Do you like to party or no?
yeah, I'm down.
You get a little
100%.
weird and wild, little funky, a little strange. while out there?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay.
Oh, can I ask? Do you have any
Okay.
crazy stories from RuneFest years prior that we can hear?
Oh,
Surely something comes to
no-
mind.
no, I mean, so I witnessed Skidler punching Gross Gore.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
so
Like,
jealous.
Angrily, like actually, like fuck you, gross score, like punch.
It was because
or
he was like
it a-
filming
It was-
some girl or like
it
trying to
was
kiss a girl,
drama.
right?
Like Gross Gore was like being creepy to like women the entire time, and then
Shocker.
Skidler was standing up for one of his mates and being like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like you're being a weirdo." And then they like, I think Skidler punched him or something. And like,
I love him.
That was like the main drama. There was like Mod Jed turned up. So if you get like anyone who doesn't know Mod Jed he was a rogue J mod that hacked people's accounts for bills and bills. And he rigged Dead Man tournaments and stuff like that for thousands and thousands of dollars. And after he'd been fired, he turned up at RuneFest. So he was just chilling in the bar with
They
some
let him
rock
in?
members.
I mean, like, I guess
No,
it's just
no.
the
This is
hotel
no. This is
bar.
what this
That
was.
is
Yeah,
what
this
after,
is
after.
the hotel bar. Yeah.
That's just so funny.
So that was
That's a
quite
good
funny.
Jed move.
There's a picture of him somewhere. Me be like right next to Jed.
Chilling
Like,
at the bar.
what's up,
Damn.
bro?
I swear I saw a
Yeah.
picture of like him and Bodhi from like RuneFest. Was that was the thing?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
like he was a well-respected mod before that, no? And I still feel like people still like or no. He was never
Respected is a tough.
no.
I did. Well, people liked him, right? Because he made pretty decent PvP updates. If you just ignore the fact that he could right-click somebody and just DDoS them in game. So like multi-res was a
Okay.
very fun PvP update, right? And that's Mod Jed who was like behind that because he's got experience in the clan rot. But unfortunately, not the most moral of people, and yeah,
Okay.
went a bit rogue. So yeah, and now he's in hiding in Argentina. So that's how it is.
That's
Happens to the best of
crazy.
us, really.
Yeah.
Happens, yeah. I'd imagine he's like blacklisted from ever holding a game development job ever, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's no
Does he
way.
just work in like
surely.
healthcare now, or like what?
Bro,
does
he lives
do?
in Argentina.
pro-
They don't give a fuck.
He's probably breaded, bro. He's
Yeah, he's chilling.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
true. Move to Argentina with 4 trillion like RuneScape gold. You can make that last for sure.
Bro, he's
yeah,
fucking.
Argentina's economy is fucked right now.
Yeah, he's like,
Probably because of Mod
Fuck.
Jet.
The South American economy
Probably.
runs on RuneScape Gold. I'm pretty sure.
That's
Actually
way
true.
whoa.
I'm not an economist, but trust me, I know my finances.
That's absurd. Well, I hope we can start
Yes,
some
that's wild.
really terrible drama at the next RuneFest. I think we have
oh
it
my
in
god,
us.
there's definitely room
Oh,
for
for
it.
sure.
I'm forgetting loads as well. There was
I'm
one where
sure.
what was it, like Fraser was hiding behind a tree or something.
Oh,
like,
that's
from
how
Rod
Cold
Plays
One-
Games or something like that.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think
the
that's where
whole-
all the tree shit came from
that's
as
the
well.
whole-
There's that as
yeah.
well.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is this story? I have no idea.
That's the
But-
lore of the
lore?
tree?
Chungus has to tell you, but there is some lore with the. Unless you guys know it,
Yeah.
I don't know the story
I
perfectly.
didn't know
but
any tree.
It was it was something like Rod and Fraser were gonna have a fight or something like that. Supposedly Fraser ran away and hid behind a tree.
Who's Fraser?
He's like some He was like a member of the high level community, so he did like lots of.
Oh God.
He had like a really high level Iron Man. Like when EV says fuck, when EV says fuck the high level community, that was exactly the type of guy EV skips a lot. So yeah, it's like he's a figure of lots of controversy
That guy's
in
not
days
fun,
gone
nobody.
by.
I'm
That's
picturing
exactly where all
like
the tree lore comes from.
just the idea of a bunch of fucking like high level community people trying to organize a fight at RuneFest. Like, dude, like get a grip, man.
I'm trying to see
I
Eevescape
don't
get jumped in the
know.
bathroom.
That does bring me to like a cool point. It would be fun to go to RuneFest to see every like demographic that plays RuneScape and is willing to step out of their bedroom to go to an event, because it would probably be like TwitchCon in the sense that there would be a lot of smelly gamers, and then you'd have like the Giga Chad, you know, whoever.
I honestly don't think it's as bad as you. I don't think it's as bad as you'd expect. I know people trash it, but I don't think it's as bad as you'd expect. Really, I mean, maybe I'm just going in thinking it's going to be like,
Yeah.
Okay, true. Honestly, like
His nostrils are
everyone
fucked, bro. He's been British his whole life. Let him
fucking
be, bro.
serving bread on a plate there, and he's like, "This place is great. This is awesome, man. We're having a good time."
I don't remember if this was like one of my Uber drivers or one of your guys' Uber drivers at TwitchCon, because I was so fucking messed up. I don't know if this is my memory or not. But one of them was saying that the anime convention that was at the San Diego Convention Center like a month earlier smelled way worse. Apparently TwitchCon did not smell that bad. People were weird looking, but they
Comic-Con,
didn't
right?
smell too bad. It was, I think it was anime, something anime con. Maybe it was
yeah,
Comic-Con.
I think it was an anime thing, because I remember seeing a video on YouTube, or Hassan was streaming it. I swear he was, and I think he lives over there. He might be in Texas, but there was definitely an anime con before TwitchCon.
Yeah, that or even Comic-Con or that definitely going to smell worse than TwitchCon, I would say. I'd wager. Especially anime one, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think RuneScapers would smell too terrible. When I think of the archetypal RuneScape character, it's not like a big, fat, greasy guy that doesn't shower. It's like a little tiny string bean that doesn't sweat or shower. So like there's not a lot of smell, emanating from.
No,
you know what I mean?
not you,
Also-
Cunix. You're not
You're
racist
way too
enough.
clean. You're way too clean.
You have to be way more racist.
I also feel like the ones that can afford to go to RuneFest probably like have jobs and shit. So they're not like, you don't get to see like the full
Yeah,
degen
that's-
effect, right?
That's kind of true as well. And a lot of the people that go are like active on Twitter, while they're kind of like social, and, like,
Yeah.
normal.
In the community, and everybody that's
Yeah,
in the
do you know what I
RuneScape
mean? Like,
community, pretty good looking, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah. Most of the content creators, I would
Yeah.
fuck.
Good bunch.
100%.
we would look pretty good there. I think we got, in the base team we have some.
who are you gonna
some-
show off to in Farnsboro? Is that what you said where it was?
Farnborough.
Is that like Stratford upon
Farnborough.
Avon? Oh, that's the only place I know in England.
Stratford upon Avon.
That's what Shakespeare was
Yeah,
born in.
yeah.
I remember that. Dude.
Would they
The only
ever
English
bring
person you know.
Would they ever bring a venue to America?
No.
No, the problem is the
Coward.
staff, all the JMods are essentially the staff at RuneFest, so they're like presenting the panels. If they're all the there's like scenery and all that sort of things, and like there's little sort of games and things you can do. But like there's the stage, so there's like a stage on one of the main rooms, and then there's like a bunch of scenery and games and things. And like you can, for example, in 2018, you could fight 6 Jads, and like that wasn't in the game yet, so you could just try that at RuneFest, and you could play their mobile beta as well. So so before mobile was a thing, you could play on mobile at RuneFest as well. So like a bunch of little cool stuff. There's like there's a lot of RuneScape 3 stuff as well. I think that's quite surprising when you go, because Old School's massive compared to RuneScape 3. But it's really cool to see some of the artists from that game will be doing, like, designing the characters in RuneScape 3 just on some PCs and things. And there's computers as well if you want to like fuck around and like go on a PK trip with the boys in person, or some or whatever you want to get up to. Like, yeah. So there is like quite a lot of stuff to do, but all that stuff is manned by the JMods. So they get bussed down from Cambridge, and to fly all those people out to America, I just don't think it's financially viable.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You think we can host like an unofficial RuneFest or something in America? I don't know, New York.
Who's gonna stop us? you
That's
know?
the thing.
That's true.
But the thing is, who the fuck wants to do all that organization?
That's also yeah.
What
that's
he
the-
means
that's the
by
problem.
that is
I've
we
thought-
get
I've thought
4
about
giant
that.
Airbnbs and we do
Yeah.
drugs
Twitch-
with all the
TwitchCon
We've done,
creators.
we've had
mean,
we've
TwitchCon was
hosted
close
so many
enough.
of those.
That's literally what TwitchCon
That's
was.
what we do like 3
We-
times a year. That's what we do.
We just need Mr. Beast to sponsor an American.
That's the
Rune
only
Fest.
reason why I'm friends with these guys, because like 2 to 3 times a year we meet up somewhere in the middle of America and just do a bunch of drugs for a week and then leave.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I am so glad you guys are coming out here. I cannot wait. I'm very excited. I'm putting together an itinerary. It's gonna be a great time. Trust me. Somebody might die.
Don't overcrowd it, because like I'm not gonna be able to get out of the house.
I don't
for
know. I think the main points
half the
are
time.
the main points are a gun range, of course the moonshine tasting and stuff, and Dollywood. Yeah, those
Fried
are the
chicken.
yeah. And yeah, there's all kinds of restaurants and stuff. T-Pop is moaning. There's no Michelin star in Tennessee. Shut up. You'll be fine. There's plenty of great places, dude.
Yeah, only he was upset about that. Is there a spa we could go to?
I'm
Yeah,
sure
we
there's
got a
actually
little
probably a
bit.
really nice spa. We could get that good. That'd be your own thing though. I feel like only you and T-Pop
Mountains.
are gonna be the ones.
There's a
trying to
hot
do
tub,
that.
isn't there?
I don't need you guys to come. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll go
think
by
that-
myself, dude.
I think you can research that for yourself then. You can enjoy that.
Joel, do you travel a lot? I remember you filmed the first Gilnor Games episode at Rice Cup's house.
Yeah, so I went to America for 5 weeks last year. It was like my girlfriend had just quit her job. I was like,
Ooh.
let's just do something, fuck it. And so we went from Boston down to Miami, so did the East Coast, and we stopped at a few different people's houses on the way. So we went to Rice Cup's house. And that was the day that I had to film Gilmore Games episode 1. So it's just British, right? It's like bad running because like walk into Rice Cup's house, his mum's like super sweet, like say hello to Rice, and I'm like, right. So like my girlfriend's she's just chilling downstairs, like chatting to Rice Cup for like 3 hours because I go into the bathing on week 1 as well. It's like, I swear my girlfriend knows Rice Cup better than I know Rice Cup. I'm like,
That's amazing.
So we did that. I got off. I'm like, fuck, because I was like stressed out because I'm like, oh my god, she nearly went home, just like clutched it sort of thing. And then we went with him and his friend to the cinema, and they were really nice. Like she gave us like snacks to take on our travels and all this sort of stuff.
That's so cute.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, we met up with Soup along the way as well. Went out for dinner with him, and then I
Aw.
stayed with Mason from Crusader Talent. He's the founder of Crusader with Brooke. So I stayed with Mason and Brooke in Raleigh. And that's the wedding I'm going to in May. So we stay with them as well. It's
I think I'm
super
going
nice.
to the wedding
I really enjoyed America. Not gonna lie.
I was gonna ask, what are your thoughts on America versus Britain?
Yeah, it was really enjoyable. The differences are quite stark though. Just even things just like the cars, like fuck me, like everything's they're so massive. And I think it was on the first day we were in New York. So we actually were in New York first. And I just remember because so we got in and then we woke up the next morning, and then we're like, okay, we'll just walk to the shop and just get some food. And just every single part of it was like, it's like this is just different because it's like, what the fuck? Do people like walk anywhere in this country? Like, can't even cross the road, bro. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a point of
that-
contention.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Active
it's like-
discussion here.
Public
like,
transport in America is terrible.
Yeah,
Cities
yeah.
are not walkable.
Like you
Yeah.
could maybe do it in New York City and like the place that we stayed in, San Diego, but that's about it. There's nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, we get to the shop and I'm like, what the hell? The vegetables actually cost money here? What? Like, they're so expensive. Like, I thought the food prices were really weird, and I was like, shit, it all adds up with like what goes on in America, and even stuff
That's why you
stuff
guys are
like
fat.
Damn,
You
dude.
get
Fuck
it
them
now.
veggies. He said, "Fuck them veggies."
Yeah, the veggies are expensive, bro. We can't eat that.
Yeah, but even stuff like we'd bring our own bags to like, like, is this a thing that people do in America? Like bringing your
Oh,
own
yeah,
bags
nice
to like
grocery
put
stores.
stuff in it and then taking it? Because like the
You
guy
can go
was
to
like,
organic ones, yeah.
oh, okay, because we were like fine doing that, and I was like, are you sure you don't want a bag? Like, I was like, what? Do we look like?
It depends
I feel
where
like
you
he was
are,
just looking at
too.
us weirdly. I was like, okay.
Where
Yeah,
were you
but,
in
like,
New York?
We were in, so we didn't stay in Manhattan because I was like, oh, it's just like a lot of money. We stayed in New Jersey and North Bergen,
yeah.
just like across. So we had to get the bus.
Oh, that's
in.
like super like conservative. That makes sense.
That's
Why they're
very
like
bougie
weird about the
area.
bags.
That's why they don't like the vegetables, yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It was fun though. We literally stayed at 11 different Airbnbs over 5 weeks. So like,
That's so
I feel
cool.
like and what was cool is like, there's just the difference between the states. Like, it's just so like New York City compared to like we went to say Savannah in Georgia. It's just completely different. Like the North versus the South versus like even Florida's like its own country, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some states are their own countries.
For sure.
Born and
Yeah,
raised, baby.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
did you only go to
I
the
really
East Coast?
enjoyed
You
it.
weren't on the
Yeah.
West Coast at all?
Yeah,
Okay.
we anyway. So we'll probably do the West at some point. The same thing, just because it was really
Yeah,
enjoyable.
the West is way different than the East Coast. Like that's the
yeah,
fun thing
very
about
much so.
America is every state is just a different country for the most
Yeah.
part.
America's so
100%.
diverse. It's crazy. Like yeah, any state you jump into, even like the East Coast, Midwest versus like West Coast. They're Californian people versus like New York people. Just
Yeah.
so.
If
so
I go to Florida, I feel like a foreigner. Like that's how different Florida is.
It's almost amazing that it's managed to stay together as one country. Like I don't know.
I mean, Texas
Debatably,
almost made it out.
You know, yeah,
Yeah.
Texas got real close.
Almost.
They got really close.
Yeah.
They should have just gone through with it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
America's a
like,
place for
that-
sure.
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite trip. I mean, it's kind of unfair, right? Because it's 5 weeks compared to like
Right.
the 1 week things we've done in Europe and stuff. But I also went to Florida with Blazers for 2 weeks. So because we won a few Deadmans, we all had the money to go. And because how we did it in that clan was everybody got like 2K each or whatever it was, and we just used that on a holiday, and we got 2 big Airbnbs and just with our boys in
was that
Fort Lauderdale.
with the help of
Sick.
Jed or without?
Yeah.
No,
wait,
no.
wait a
That was
second.
after Jed.
Okay.
After Jed, we started making all the money. But
Real convenient,
now we got Mod Manked, so we'll be sorted now for the future.
Oh,
Oh,
good,
that's
good,
right. I
good.
forgot he
He's got
got
yeah.
he got a job at Gagex.
the
Good for
hooker.
him.
Yeah, we'll be
Bro,
fine.
this is completely random, but I watched the summit and they had like a ad thing where they showed Chris Archie doing something, and I was just so happy to see Chris Archie because I feel like I haven't seen him or
Oh
heard
my
from him
god, yeah.
in so long, and he was like the only mod. Like I used to watch him forever ago, and it was just so cool to see him. Archie's so cool, and I'm glad he's still
He-
around.
He is so nice in real life. He's one of my favorite people when I've been. So I played on stage at a Deadman, and for that weekend, he was one of my favorite people for sure. Like such a nice guy. I don't know. He just like makes so much time for you.
Yep. If I get to meet him, I'm taking a picture for sure.
Oh yeah.
Wait, how scary
Damn,
was
boy.
it to play on stage at a dead man? Did the solo mission shakes come back?
Yeah. Well, actually no, because in that particular Deadman, I died to a glitch, and Skill
Oh.
Specs died to a glitch, and so we died on stage, and we just sat there like, well, we just died to the gas. What the fuck? So it kind of sucked because that was just as I was on my come up, and like Deadman was one of the things I was known for. And then they just cancelled Deadman. And they basically cancelled everything IRL since. So it's like, fuck. I feel like I've been popular for like 3 years, but I missed out on the golden era of when
Yeah.
everyone got to do things from like 2018 to 2015. They used to do so much stuff. They literally like stayed in like the Deadman mansions together, all the Rune Fest, playing
can't
on
believe
stage
that.
and stuff.
I'm sad I missed that era of RuneScape. 'Cause I
Same,
started
brother.
playing
Oh,
late
God.
2018. Like that's when I started
Yeah.
RuneScape, and I didn't start content creation until 2021. So I feel like I missed out on all that cool stuff.
I know. I really wish it comes back, but it's just it's I think it's hard because they've been burnt so many times with shit just going so wrong.
But that's the fun
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
know,
creates
yeah,
the
like,
drama,
yeah.
the tension.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it takes a lot of planning and like coordination to make it happen, but having those events, like as you said, it's kind of like the golden era. Like if they were able to start doing that again, I think it would really bring a lot of people together. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And even like just from a purely selfish standpoint, just getting to talk to content creators in real life and like because it's quite a lonely thing. Like you're just making videos on your own. I mean, you guys have each other, right? But a lot of people they just don't really bounce ideas off people that much and all that sort of stuff. It's like when you find like you can bond over the struggles of. I mean, this sounds so fucking first world problems, right? But bond over the struggles of being a YouTuber. Like, do you know
Hardest
what I
job in the
mean?
world, dude. Hardest job in the
you're
world.
valid for that for
I
sure.
wish people
Like,
did that more, like bounced ideas off of each other,
Yeah.
had little like think tanks. Like we do that occasionally, together with just us. But you know, like an even bigger circle would be cool. We can go to a little
Yeah.
virtual coffee shop on
No,
Sunday mornings, hang out together.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I love Gilmore Games because you are just getting together and like speaking to people that you
Yeah.
don't necessarily always speak to, and I don't know. Yeah, I just really miss the real life events like so much. They were just so fun.
That's why we have a lot of
hosting
fun doing
impromptu
this.
ones, so, you know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's why we have a lot of fun doing this cast because we get to bring on people like I'd never talk to. I'm never gonna like message Solo Mission like, hey man, want to hang out, bro?
You want to hang out?
You want to talk on Discord tonight?
Yeah, but I feel like that with loads of people as well. Like I'm not gonna message Settled and say like either. Like I don't know. It's just I have the
I know,
people
man.
that like I'm like. I mean, it's like anything. Like you just have like your closer friends. So say like Rakesy, like Reese, even like Mint Carl, Rice Cup, Verf, those sort of people that I sort of came up with. Everyone has their era of people that they're more mates with and like a bit closer to.
Do you talk to anybody on Discord Solo? Everybody's so fucking intimidated to get in a goddamn Discord call with just
Yeah,
one.
I mean-
Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I force Nick to talk to me sometimes.
Is it 'cause
Yeah,
you
like-
feel lonely? Is that why?
Dude, when Seth calls you in the middle of the day, just like out of the blue, I get scared. Like he probably just wants
I'm
to
being
talk about
arrested,
something.
yeah.
He's gonna be like,
arrested.
yeah. I mean, I'm just like,
you lonely.
it's like I pick up
Usually-
the fucking call. I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
Seth, I am not resisting. Please, I am.
not
What the fuck?
resisting.
Usually when Joe calls me, it's just he's used to be like, bro, I just had a heater stream. Like he'll just tell me about the stream. Like we just
Aw.
talk. Or yeah, like we'll just discuss people and stuff.
We
It's
honestly,
good.
we,
I
just,
like
we
it.
honestly talk about like just what he was talking about, kind of just the ins and outs of streaming, etc. Like he'll be like, yeah, I had a good stream. Like, yeah, we just talk about shit.
talk about the
Yeah.
team moving forward, whatever, random stuff,
like-
podcast.
Yeah, I'm not open to it, but I wouldn't say I frequently do it a lot. Like I'm not there every day doing it. Like in like Deadman and stuff, I'm in like TeamSpeak, and other people make content in Blazers, so I'm talking to them then.
You use Teams.
You
TeamSpeak
still use
exists?
TeamSpeak?
Yeah, well, Blazers use TeamSpeak. Yeah.
Still?
Yeah,
Is
actually,
that how European people
It's
get away with
it's
using
better.
slurs? They're on TeamSpeak.
high level group
the
stuff
Finnish
like
ones.
that, like CS:GO teams and World of Warcraft raiders, they all use TeamSpeak. No one
It's
uses Discord.
definitely. I couldn't see how it'd be as good in Discord. Yeah, it's just better for that. Yeah, organized stuff.
Oh, okay, I see.
I've never used
Like, because
it. I have no idea.
we are playing
I
as a
used to use
team. Like,
TeamSpeak.
in
Did
the-
you
in
say
those
it's a
things.
Finnish guy? Because I starkly like remember like that, like coming up playing when I was playing RS3. It was the boss Virago when it came out, and it was just like a Finnish guy was like our raid leader, just screaming at us in fucking Finnish and cussing at us. And like I'll never forget
Love
that.
that.
He was gaming though. Shout out to that guy.
I mean, there was a point though when like it was between Skype and Discord where TeamSpeak actually did kind of pop off. Like I remember Skype started to be
got
really
lit.
shitty. Yeah, like Skype kind of started to suck.
bad.
Skype
There's
was
also
always
Ventrilo.
shitty. Are you fucking
Remember
kidding me? Skype was the
Ventrilo?
worst thing. Fucking.
Ventrilo and TeamSpeak were what I used in World of Warcraft, and that was my
Yep.
pre-RuneScape days.
Pretty sick.
Bro, I used to have like a bunch of Skype like group chats because that's what people would play like League in, and you just get like a message in the middle of the day. It's just like, hey guys, want to play? It's like, okay, fine. Sure. And this is
Disgusting.
I
pre-Discord.
remember back in the day on Skype, you could get people's IP, and you could knock them off. Like I'm not.
Yeah, that's,
you know, I
that's
think
the thing with TeamSpeak as well.
You can do that on
get people's
TeamSpeak too.
IP.
If you own
Yeah,
the server, you have everybody's
you
IP.
have their IP. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when I used to play Call of Duty, I'd have a friend that would get on, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see if this one website that sends a DDoS attack, if it works.
Yeah,
And
okay,
my
buddy.
IP.
Why did you DDoS
You're
people?
full of shit,
What?
bro.
Why
Listen,
are you
listen, it was a
friend?
It was a
Admitting to
friend.
misdemeanor crime.
It was
Damn, bro.
It was a
fucking
friend. I
Jet
would
is
never-
recruiting
Fucking
Nick right now,
friend
bro.
You are, bro. What do you mean?
Hey man,
What
let's
the
see if this
fuck
works.
worked?
I'm
Yeah,
so
it
glad
did
we're
work.
just
I was
right
like,
now.
that's crazy. Kicked them offline. I was like, damn, that really worked. I didn't think
I-
some random website that could send an attack would work, but it did.
That's
Officer, you don't
uh,
understand. We're bros. It's cool.
I remember TeamSpeak. So you'd either have the unique IP that would like reset and change, but if you had a static IP and someone had your IP
you're
and they were
fucked.
DDoSing, you're fucked.
Yeah.
They could literally
Yeah.
knock you offline for the entire day if they wanted to. Like they could literally take your internet away from you basically until you change your
Yeah.
ISP.
Well, that's such a thing in all these tournaments like Deadman and stuff, and that's why it just doesn't work. It's because you have all these issues of yeah, that's rough.
Has there
I
ever
mean,
been
when
a
it-
Deadman finals that didn't just get shysted in one way or another?
Mm. Yeah, there's been a few. I mean, there has been like 14 Deadmans, right? But there's,
Two
there's
or three
definitely
of them
been
really panned out well.
there's been some non-controversial ones. Yeah, there has been some good ones. But like you said,
Was-
the controversy makes it. If you're on the good side of it, you love it.
That's exactly. It's like
It is,
you don't get the
yeah.
Reddit, cool things going on. You don't get
Was
the
the
Reddit
last
karma.
DMM the one where Oda Block like freaked out and told everyone
It
to
was
vote no to
it was
group
no,
Iron Man?
yeah,
Is
it was
that-
the lag. It was like
God,
When
that
it
was
When it
crazy.
registers. Yeah.
Fucking-
Iconic.
yeah.
Yeah, like
one of-
Odablock acted mad, but I know he was so fucking happy inside, dude. I know he was like, "Oh,
Oh
this is
God.
just this pure content."
Yeah, that is like.
I saw
yeah.
XQC like watch that clip.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
clip's
yeah,
so
yeah.
It's a
viral.
huge,
That-
it's a
that
huge
clip-
clip.
Yeah, that clip made it to live stream fails, and like every big
It's
streamer
amazing.
reacted to it.
I think
Pretty sick.
that's easily one of the top 5 like RuneScape clips of all time. Like that's one of the
Oh,
best
yeah,
rants, one of the
100%.
best
I
rants
think
ever.
so.
Like that, I was like sitting. I was at work in my car watching on mobile. Just I was like doubled over laughing. Like
Oh, I was
he
dying
killed it,
watching
dude.
that
He killed it.
stream.
That was amazing.
And then seeing Reddit freak out and call for like banning Odablock, like, oh, dude, it was serendipitous. It was one of the best days of my life.
Truly beautiful.
Just
I love
as an
Deadman Mode.
observer, just as an appreciator of content, I was like, this is it. This is as good as it gets.
He knocked it out of the
Yeah.
park.
I will say, as like an outsider who's not really in the like PvP scene, as much as I would like to watch a clean Deadman where people just won based on like skill and hard work, it's kind of fun seeing seeing everything
Yeah.
get fucked up.
Yeah. It's
How
kinda
To be
like
fair,
going
I've
for
never
games,
seen a
you
Deadman that
know?
didn't get fucked, so I don't know. But
Yeah, neither have I. Actually, that's why I asked. I can't remember
Yeah.
a Deadman that went
I didn't.
well.
I didn't even know that there were 14 Deadmans. I thought there was like 3. So
Oh, it's gone back for years. I mean, what they used to have it every 3 months. There was a final for like 20K, and
where did
that
that
was when I
money
was
come
like-
from?
that-
What the
that-
fuck?
that was
They've
on
always
my-
had
on-
money, dude. Don't let them.
Yeah,
it used to be
that
like
was-
1K and a graphics card, right?
No,
There was one.
so one no, that was one time in COVID. They just brought it back for one time, and it was the
card.
HyperX swag bag. And, one of my
Ain't
friends,
no
Sean,
way.
he actually he won a mouse, and it's like, are we gonna split a mouse?
You get a month with it, then you send it to me, bro.
You get 32 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, like it's my turn with a mouse. Fuck. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he still has the mouse or the whatever it
Oh,
was.
what a
The swag
scam.
bag.
He deserved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but it used to be every 3 months, and that was my main content because I would go really hard in a week, and then when he got cancelled, I was like, "Fuck, that this is kind of bad for me." Because the main thing I was known for back then was like Deadman, and the things in between were just sort of like keeping things ticking over. But Deadman was where it was popping off, and I was like, I was so sad when it ended. If you get really honest, I genuinely think all of you would really enjoy Deadman if you played as part of a clan and you just fully committed for a week. Like, there's no way you wouldn't. It's just too funny.
I love
When-
clan PKing. It's so fun.
When that slowed down, how did you like? I know you said you were sad, but how was your approach to content creation after that?
Yeah, so I had this Pure Iron Man that I was playing. I kept playing that for a bit, but then the saving grace. Well, not the saving grace. 'Cause I wasn't down in the dumps. I always think I did a good job of keeping the views up in between Deadmans and like doing different things and trying to be doing more interesting stuff and all the rest of it. But then when Deadman got cancelled, guess what we got? Leagues One, baby. And I fucking
Leagues
popped off on
guy.
that shit.
Yeah,
Oh
big
my
Leagues guy.
god. And so, but everyone slept so hard on Leagues One. And I went from 70K to 95K subs in 2 weeks for Leagues One, which is crazy.
Holy
The numbers were huge.
Crazy.
And the
That
thing is,
huge.
right, and that was, so 2 weeks in, that's when I was going on this holiday with Blazers with all the Deadman money to Florida. And I genuinely considered not going because my YouTube was doing so well. But I did go in the end. And like, I don't regret going because the first 2 weeks is just the most hype and then obviously tails off. But that was, at the time, I was like, I can't believe I'm going to consider cancelling this holiday, which is costing thousands to do YouTube. But yeah, I went in the end.
With that growth from all that, so you were just kind of the main guy? Like, was there any competition in that period of Leagues One? Like, was anyone else making content?
Not in the way I was doing it. So I was uploading daily, and I think a friend was uploading every few days. Yeah, I just went. I just really
That's
went
crazy.
super hard into it.
That's like 16 hours a day of like playing, recording,
Oh
and editing.
yeah,
I need to
yeah,
know
playing
how you
while
organize
editing.
these things.
Playing while
Well,
editing. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember the
that's-
first day
that's
this
what I
last
do.
leagues. We woke up to play like at the normal time. I played for like 8 hours. By the time I went back to sleep, you'd already uploaded a video. I was like, how do you do like literally what you must be so organized. How do you do it?
Well, for a seasonal game mode like that, I I plan quite a lot, so I will the first day generally be quite well planned. Like, what do I want to unlock? Going through like literally like the 100-step plan. You know what I mean? And just because I need to save time, I'm recording the clips and like putting them in the video as I'm going along. Get a video out, and then so I stay up all night. I don't go to sleep, and I'm doing it all. And then day 2 video, I'll put that one out. So I literally don't sleep for the whole time. I'm playing the whole time. Super sweaty mode, I know. Stay up a bit more, and then I go to sleep for a bit. Yeah, I do cancel my entire life to play as hard as possible for 2 weeks. And
Could
like,
you
yeah, it's just
Could you see
worked
your-
so well. Sorry.
could you see yourself streaming on top of all that at all, like for just a few hours, or no?
Definitely not.
Not
No,
a
because
chance.
I'm like sleep deprived as fuck, and like, I'm not a streamer, right? I'm not a constantly talking sort of person. Like, it's okay when you're just there, like, oh my god, I'm like literally falling asleep, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, 50 woodcut, and that is so big. Like, slurring my words, bro. Oh.
I mean, I just like in the sense I understand it definitely doesn't work, but solo mission live during leagues would be on a similar playing field to Wooks being live
Yeah.
during leagues. Like in the sense of like statistics, like I could see you having thousands of views, but I do get where
Then
you
he
wouldn't be
said
ranked
you're
one.
sleep
I think so.
deprived. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't be
Yeah,
ranked one.
it's also distracting, and
Yeah,
and
you
also
only have...
people would see what I was up to, and then they wouldn't watch not as many people would watch the video.
That's a good
Right.
point.
So
It goes back to
as
that. You're
well.
right. Yeah.
You just want to get
You
And
gave
they'd
only
steal
cares
your
about
room,
views.
and then they'd be rank 1 because they wouldn't be
Yeah.
streaming, so they could do it better. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, you only have
But-
100% to give, and you got to allocate that to YouTube and Twitch. I get it.
Yeah, and I think the thing is as well is I go super hard in that, but then I can afford to not play as much when it's not an update, and that's a thing that I've done well. Like especially the last 2 years, it's just I basically just make content about updates really, because the subject matter is interesting by default because it's new, and it's just short bursts of like really hard work, and then work on some longer term things, but that gives you the flexibility to not have to play RuneScape 12 hours a day, which I just don't want to be stuck in that sort of trap. I want to be doing different things.
While we're kind of on the topic, I
Genius.
did see a lot of people ask about the pure iron. I see
pure
Will
iron,
asked,
man,
will we ever
bro.
see the return of the pure iron? You mentioned it, okay? I just have to ask.
Yeah, no, yeah, you will, because I've actually been playing it. I know, celebrations from people that have been asking about that for 3 years.
Okay. There you have it.
Big league.
So yeah,
Nice.
I was playing it in anticipation of they were doing that official account builds thing, where they were suggesting that you could complete Dragon Slayer with 1 defense and not get the XP. I was anticipating
roll.
that might pass, so I started playing my pure again, and I just kept playing it. But I'm planning on making a. I don't know if you guys watched it, but there's a Torvesta video where it's like finding the password for my hardcore I'm on from 3 years ago. So logging into this account for the first time in 3 years. I'm just gonna steal that sort of angle, go for like a big progress video on that account, and that'll be coming soon. I've been playing it a lot when I'm not doing the update stuff. That's been
That's
my sort of
exciting.
like ticking over things. So yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't want to go super far back, but you kind of touched on your sleep schedule. What is like a day in the life of solo mission?
Wake up around midday, and then when I wake up, I check everything. I feel like probably something I do that not necessarily everyone else does is I just want to know what people think about things in terms of RuneScape. So I'll check who's uploaded on YouTube, what's doing well. I'm sub to everybody. I'll go on the Reddit, like read everyone's opinions on things on there. I'll like check Twitter, I'll check my Discord. It's like respond to like the messages you get, just see what's going on. It's like if you got on your computer, if you had a 9 to 5, right, and you respond to the business emails. It's like doing something like that. It's just seeing what's going on, like, because the main thing with my content, I just want to make sure each thing is just relevant to people. And I think the main thing I can the main way I can do that is by understanding what's out there and what people think about what's out there, and what do people want to see. I think a lot of being a YouTuber is trying to understand how people think, and then tailoring the content towards that. So I spend a lot of time. Sorry, I derailed there, but like I spend quite a bit of time. It's like doing that stuff, and then like I said, my girlfriend will be like working, so I'll do some YouTube stuff. It can be playing, it can be watching stuff, it can be editing. It could just be chilling though. Like it's not like I'm doing this all the time. And then I'll spend time with my girlfriend when she finishes work, go for a walk or something, like cook dinner together, that sort of thing. And then like second bit of doing my own thing for like 6 hours and get to bed at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
I got
How
an
many bodies do you
important
have in your
question for you.
basement?
What?
Bro,
Too many.
It's too normal.
God
It's too
damn.
normal. There's something going on here.
I was gonna ask, like, dude, how'd you meet your girlfriend? Because I feel like that's you're an
Here we
outlier.
go, bro.
Ignoble
Here
really
we
wants
go.
a girlfriend. He's right
I'm just curious
He's like
about
a-
how
he's
you
like a
talk to a
dog over there,
female
bro.
Him.
as a RuneScape player. How do you
I'm just like
interact
you.
with females?
Damn, he is really him.
You're gonna hate the answer, but at the time I wasn't playing RuneScape. so
Damn.
What were you
All
doing?
right.
She's been
Instead.
wait. So she's been around for a while, yeah?
a long time. Yeah, we met at school. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're in deep. It's been a long time. But like, I never had myself down for like the going all in with one person. But just when you meet the best person ever, you know.
Aw.
Damn, that's so
Works
cute.
pretty
I
well.
just matched with a 5'11" baddie on Hinge, so I'm hoping she's the
This
one.
is the one, for
I'll
sure.
update you. Ooh,
Yeah.
inch
Good
taller than the
luck.
last one. We're moving up, moving up.
Yeah.
What
Did
is
you meet
what
in,
is your
like? Sorry.
what does she think of the content creation when you started to now, and her thoughts on everything? If you feel comfortable sharing.
Oh yeah. Like I don't really like. She's not online. Like I don't like take pictures with her and put them on Twitter or anything like that. Like she likes to stay behind the scenes, but she loves it. Like she watches Gilmore Games with me. She likes hearing about all the dramas and stuff, and like we watch a fair bit of YouTube together. So like I almost feel like we could have a reaction channel, to be honest. Like,
Oh my god.
like
that'd
when
be
we're
sick.
watching YouTube. But I know she would just never want to do that, like putting herself online. But yeah, we watch like Jubilee videos and like some of the UK YouTube videos and stuff like that. I'm like, shit, this could be such good content. Like we're just laughing at them and just picking out the funny things with them and stuff. So
Damn,
yeah, we have a good time.
that's
Cool.
that's
Yeah,
mad
really
cute.
happy. Yeah, I know. I think it's just luck, isn't it? Really.
Why are you fucking
Like-
giggling? Shut up, Seth. I just said it's cute. All right, you know
One
what? Fuck
day,
y'all. I'm
Ignoble,
outta
one
here.
day. It'll happen. I
Bro,
swear.
look, I matched with the baddie on Hinge too. I got a chance. All right, I got a
Do you have
chance.
any recent dates, Ignoble? Do you want to anything?
I've been sort of seeing one person kind of consistently, but
Okay.
nothing. How do I put this?
Bro,
Did you?
By seeing, bro, what do you like? Dates? Have
Yeah,
you
it's like
seen-
dates and other things.
Have
that-
you like known her biblically, or like what?
Biblically?
Biblically?
I
Yeah, you know when you use the word to know in the biblical sense, it means to like to fuck.
Oh.
Like he knew her, means they had sex.
No,
and
that
like
makes
the
sense.
Why don't you just
Bible,
ask
that's
me
what
had
it says.
sex?
Yeah.
Did you?
Dude,
did
I'm
you
trying.
fuck?
Like, I feel way
Had you
more
clapped
uncomfortable
yet?
you asking me like that. Now I don't want to answer this question.
I love how we
only
come and
because
ignoble
Seth
like
made
that.
it, you know.
Yeah, damn. Why, bro?
We
It's
would
solo
come to-
missions cast. Why are you fucking coming at me?
No.
But yes, I fucking
We
I
wouldn't-
goddamn know her so well right now.
You know,
But, you know, it was a good time.
you don't have to say it. You don't say it like that.
Ooh, okay, wait. I have a question to ask if this was me fumbling or if the girl just stopped showing interest.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Go
Ooh,
right ahead.
Okay, so I was in Mexico for Christmas last year.
bro,
It
no.
didn't happen in Mexico. It wasn't a girl in Mexico. I posted on my Snap because I was feeling myself. I posted a story and I said, "Who want me?" And it was just like this. It was. Listen.
Wait. Hold on, back up.
Listen.
Put it in reverse. Wait. What was the picture you posted? Like, what was? Were you
It was
just
just like a selfie. It was like a funny selfie, though. Listen. It was like a funny selfie. Listen,
it was a
funny
joke, guys.
selfie,
I
and said,
swear.
"Who want me?" I looked
light
good in
skin
it, though.
face.
And listen, this girl that I met when I first moved to my house that I live in now, like 4 years ago, I met her on Tinder, and we just like slowly stopped talking. She used to come over to my place all the time. We'd hang out. We never really did anything. No sexual advances on my end because I'm a pussy, and she
course.
probably came over like 10 times, and I
What,
never tried to
dude?
fuck her. Okay,
Okay.
doesn't matter. She hit me up.
Dude, now Solo knows you're a
replied-
pussy. You don't have to. You do not have to
Yeah, it's
reveal that,
okay.
bro.
He already knew if you.
I'm joking,
It's
I'm joking, I'm
okay.
Continue the story. I'm invested. I want.
Yeah. Okay, so she swiped up on the story and she said, let me try this again. That's what she said. She said, let me try this again. And I was like, she's fine as hell. She's so cute. And I was like, I asked my brother because it was getting late and my brother and I were like watching something on our TV in our room. And I was like, what do I say to her? And it was something along the lines of like, just telling her when I'm back home because like I was in
Right.
Mexico. Like I literally was just like, okay, I'm back home on the 29th or whatever, 28th.
Fair response.
And I think I don't remember what she said. She swiped, like she replied to it and she was like, you're not, like she said, you're still in X city. And I said, yes, I still live in X city, and then left undelivered for the rest of eternity. I could probably open my Snap right now and it just says left undelivered. But it was late at night. Maybe she was drunk. I don't know.
Delivered.
It makes me
She-
think.
She don't want
Like,
you,
not
bro.
even read.
Yeah, like not even
So
open.
you
Look, I'll
so
go
you told her
back.
that you are and still in X City, and then she just didn't respond.
Okay, it literally says 1 week opened, and I sent that like 5 weeks ago, bro. She opened it a
opened
week
it
ago.
Damn, dude.
Huh.
So yeah,
I mean, like,
just-
I wouldn't say it's necessarily fumbled yet. Like, you guys weren't really having a conversation, so
Yeah,
there's not
yeah,
a lot
no,
to
Yeah,
reply.
that's
Look-
like, that's like nothing. I feel that's
I've-
fine.
I feel
Nick-
like you just.
Yeah.
I feel like you hit it. I feel like you send a message to her. Just double. Hit the
Nick-
double
Yeah.
one time. Just
Nick,
ask
yeah,
her,
exactly.
"Hey,
You,
you still
want
wanna
to,
hang
Nick,
out?"
you want to double
Yeah.
down on this right now. Take a picture
Yeah.
of your cock on Snapchat and send it.
Whoa, whoa,
Damn
whoa,
it, bro.
come on, what the hell, man?
All right, man.
Not again, bro.
Yeah.
Come
This is
on.
why he's
No,
asking
no, none of
questions.
that.
This is why he's asking questions about your girlfriend, bro. This man is a fucking. He's gone.
He's a demon. He's gonna get your
demon,
girlfriend's
bro.
Snapchat, bro.
Why don't I
Careful.
have a
Listen.
girlfriend?
Yeah, no,
I just
maybe
like
will.
mass
Maybe
send
I-
it
maybe I
to just
will.
like everyone in the contacts list.
Yeah, maybe I do just hit her up a second
No,
time.
just
be
hit
like,
her
hey,
again and
you
be
should
should
like,
reach
reach
back
be
out.
like, be like, what's up? Would you still want to hang out? Like, kind of, just
Yeah.
opening the door. And if she just,
Oh,
if
she
leaves
put
you on
the
red,
eye emoji. I vividly remember her putting the eyes emoji when I
you
said
didn't
I'm back
respond to
home.
it?
The two eyes.
The 2 eyes emoji, like she's
Yeah.
Oh,
looking.
so
Yeah.
she kind of did react.
you
then.
got
I
to,
feel
bro.
like
You
I
have to
should've followed
take
it up,
initiative.
yeah.
You have to take initiative here and be like, let's hang out. Like, let's just do something. She's not gonna. Yeah, obviously she's like, she let you know she's interested, but she's not gonna lead the
Chase
chase. You
me.
got to.
Yeah, that's- yeah.
You got to
That's-
go for it.
You're lucky she did even that. You know,
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
True.
that's nice of her.
I like
Well,
how
she's
go
gonna
Zoe
be
got
like,
up
this
and
guy
left.
waited 5 weeks.
Yeah, 5 weeks. She's like, you know where she's at right now? Fucking looks like Tasty bent over a bed. That's where she is right now. Probably.
Sorry.
Like,
she's
this guy,
she's
like-
telling him, I usually don't do this, but
Yeah, make sure you
You're right.
message at like 5 a.m. as well.
You up? Question mark.
Like,
Dude,
she is
that would
literally
be
like, oh, the lowest of the low option.
that would be a good
That
way
would
to
be the
kind of like
fucking
show it though, a
fucking
little
score,
dominance,
bro.
Be like, you up? Question mark, just at like 4 in the morning.
Bro,
just-
message her
just
at,
let
like-
know, bro.
No, assert
her know
dominance
what
at
she's
like 4 p.m. Send a you up text at 4 p.m., bro, and see what happens.
Oh, that would be good though. That'd be a good way to pick it
Funny,
back
yeah.
up as a joke, like
yeah,
in the
just
sense of
yeah,
like.
just think of something. Definitely, I would definitely message again. Like, what do you have to lose? Like, she's just gonna read it. And
Yeah,
not
true.
respond.
It's just
Fuck it,
some
move
random
on.
college girl. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really care.
Just move on. Yeah, and, if it works out well, works out well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Fuck it.
Can we see a picture of her? Can you post an out? I just
Yeah, post
Yeah,
a
I can
picture,
try and
bro.
find one. Yeah, I'll look up her Insta.
Dude, in the meantime, I have a completely out of left field question. This is inspired by something Tasty said earlier on the cast, but he mentioned about
Okay.
his Uber driver in San Francisco. Do you guys have any
San Diego.
good Uber driver stories? Because
Oh,
that
did I
sparked
tell-
a story in my head, and I would love to share it if anybody else wants
I
to
have
go.
a gun story, but I think I told that already.
Gun.
You can go say it again.
It's
remember that.
pretty quick, but I want to hear yours after. This is like 2-3 years ago. It was pre-COVID. I was out on my like yearly trip to the clubs and bars and shit, and we got picked up by an Uber, big SUV. There's like 5 of us going back to our apartment, and I was sitting in the front seat, and then all my friends were in the back, and the seatbelt thing kept dinging because like it wasn't, your seatbelt wasn't hooked up. and my friend's girlfriend sitting behind. She's like hitting my shoulder. She's like, Max, put your fucking seatbelt on. Like I can't stand the dinging. And I was like, my seatbelt is on. Like I'm hooked up right now. And our Uber driver turns around and he's like, oh, sorry, that's me. I can't hook up my seatbelt because of my gun. And he has a gun just wedged in between his hip and the seat. And so he
Subtle
can't
flex.
put his seatbelt on.
Oh, bro.
And it's like this chrome Colt 45. and I just look over and I'm like, damn, the rest of the car ride was completely silent.
Yeah.
No one said a thing.
Yeah, I ain't talking in that
No one
bitch.
said a fucking
Also,
My man pulled the
thing.
power move on you right there for sure.
I,
What the fuck?
I dropped a picture of said woman in the
All right, well,
after
Oh
dark.
my god.
All right, let's
not the
check it.
full
we
review.
react live,
Hey, yo,
Hey,
whoa.
hey, yo,
Bro.
bro.
Wee.
Are you
Bro.
sure that you can like
Dude, she's gonna hurt
physically?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Dude,
gonna be
okay,
okay?
I don't
Lot of
believe
women.
women
It's
like
a
this
lot
don't
of
exist in
women.
Oklahoma. Shut up. She's not real.
No,
you just
bro, I
fucking
promise.
sent an
I think
Insta
she's
model in
Kansas.
Discord. Shut up.
in Oklahoma.
Yeah, hey, bro. Send me that.
Okay, well,
snap.
the Instagram is the highlight reel, so you know she's cute. She's cute.
Yeah,
She's a
Tasty's
pretty-
gonna be
she's a pretty
sliding in
lady.
though.
She's,
Yeah, you
Well,
made a
go to
mistake.
Oklahoma.
Be careful.
You know.
You leaked the name by accident, bro.
I'm
Tasty's already
so
in
glad
there.
Hamsy's not here today. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
Hamsy's
It's
that
gonna be
is
over for
true.
you.
That is
Oh,
true. Yeah. She's
She'll be flying out the next day.
She's built. I don't know. I'd be concerned for you, but I have faith in you. I think you get the job done.
I'd be concerned for you.
I think you can make it work. So yeah, hit her, boom, hit her up again.
Yeah, hit her
She's
line
not
for
like
sure.
she looks tall in those pictures, but she's shorter than me. But yeah, she has a lot of woman for a
That's
man
not gonna
like me.
stop her
so
from choking you out, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, those thighs.
I'd let her.
for sure snap some bones in you.
She could totally do that. Permission granted.
Permission.
Oh my god.
Golly.
But oh man, all right. I got
share
you with
your
an
Uber
Uber story.
Yeah,
This
let's
is a
see
couple
it.
years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I was living in Berkeley, California, which is a very crunchy place. Very, very liberal, let's say, those kind of people. I went out to dinner with a friend of mine, and I had I had like a leftover burger or something. And I was like, all right, cool, had a good time. Heading back, I called an Uber back to my place. This like old like white dude pops up. I just looked at him and I'm just like, this guy's a racist. I can tell. And you know what? It's just one of those things. You just see him, you're like, all right, he's fucking racist. I can tell. I'm like, all right, whatever. Just give me a ride back to my place. It's gonna be 15 minutes. Sure, whatever. I pull up, get into the car, get into the front seat, sit down. He's trying to make small talk with me. I'm just like, all right, yeah, cool. How's it going? He's like, oh, what do you got in there? So I have leftovers. I'm just like, oh, we went to a burger place. I got like some fries and some stuff left over. He's like, oh, that's really cool. Can you show me? I'm like, what? He's driving, and I'm just kidding. He's like, yeah, can you show me? I'm like, okay. So I open up my thing and show it to him. He fucking looks over. He fucking wafts my fries. He literally puts his hand over and just like, he's like, oh man, that smells delicious. And I'm like, great. Okay. He just fucking smelled my fries. This isn't even the worst part, you know? This isn't even the worst part. He looks at me. He's like, dude, I'm glad you're taking home half a meal. You know, people like me, we would eat the entire thing. But, you know, your people are very smart. They can make one meal into two. And I'm just like, huh? He's like, yeah, you know, I dated an Indian girl once and she was very good at that. And I was just sitting there and just like,
Fries racist.
What are you talking about, dude?
I'm just sitting there just like
Holy
trying to
fuck.
sit there like, how quickly, is it
God,
okay
man,
if I
that's
jump out of a vehicle that's going at 60 miles an hour? I'm like, it's crossing my mind. It was, and then I was just like, hey man, that's great. Haha, you know, my people, they're so good at it.
My people.
The
I
rest
don't-
of the
like,
car was
can
just
you-
like silence. I was just trying not to make eye contact, focusing on like the air conditioning blowing and just not, it was scary as fuck, but
I'm gonna start using that phrase with just my white friends, like your people.
it was just so uncomfortable. Like I've never been that uncomfortable. It was just like, I thought it would stop with the smelling of the fries, but then he fucking took it to the next level on top of that.
He
not
wafted
gonna
your
lie.
fries without permission, bro. That's fucked up.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's-
definitely thought he was gonna like start eating them or something.
That would
Yeah,
have been
absolutely.
fucking
I was
What is
waiting
it,
for
bro?
it.
Like,
He's
what would
like,
you even do?
Can I have? What if he would ask you? What if he would ask you? Can I have one? Would you give him a fry?
No.
I would have been
I thought
timid.
you
I would have
would've.
said yes.
You
I would have
know,
been
you
timid. I would have
definitely
said
I think
yes.
would.
Noble's
Give it a
just
try.
yeah. I think Noble.
I would
I
have
would have
said
been like,
yes.
no, you fucking
Yeah,
weirdo,
yeah,
racist
me,
fuck.
Nix would have told him to shut the fuck up. I'd be
I
like,
would
no,
have
boss.
bitched his ass. I didn't even care if
I
he
would
would
have
whip
gave
me
him a
up.
fry, bro. You know?
Bro, they were like garlic fries and shit too. They're fucking delicious.
huh.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Never mind. If they're garlic fries, they're not. He's
Yeah,
not
that's a
that
different
one.
story.
I have the story from fucking when I was in Arizona, or no, what was it? It was
Oh yeah, you
before we
talking
left
about
to
that
TwitchCon.
crazy
Yes,
Uber ride you
I had an
had?
insane. I had one of the craziest Uber rides
It
of my
took you like
life.
an hour to drive 15 minutes to my house.
It took an hour
I
to
was
get
like,
to
where
fucking.
the fuck is this guy, dude?
It took me like an hour to get to. It was the day before we took the jet to San Diego. I came a day early just to hang out. You know, we like streamed a work. We were gonna stream a workout, which we did.
It was a good workout stream, though.
Eventually, it was a good stream, yeah. But she picks me up, and at the hotel I was staying at, and opened the door, and the first thing I have the streaming backpack with me, and she said, and like she had her like seats covered in this weird stuff, and she's like, "Stop!" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Don't put that backpack on my seats. You'll ruin my upholstery." Mind you, this is like a Honda fucking Civic or something.
You're an Uber
not
driver.
yeah. So that was like the first interaction. I was like, okay. So we start driving, and then I'm looking because I have like the route put up on my phone, and she just completely passes like the first turn, like she's supposed to go on. And I was like, okay, she's probably not paying attention. Then she just passes the second one, and then she's like going in the complete opposite direction. And then I asked her, I was like, hey, are you sure we're going to the right place? And she's like, yeah, it's here. And I was like, okay, well, it said we were supposed to turn here and turn back there. And she's like, I'm from here. I know where I'm going. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, okay. So then we kept going. And then I was like, we were about to get to the freeway, which to go to Tasty's place, the highway. And she literally just passes that. She just passes it. And I was like, what the fuck is this lady doing? And then I was like, hey, we're supposed to go on the freeway there. And she's like, no, we're going to go this way. And I was like, no, like for real, like this is adding like 15 minutes. It's supposed to be a 15-minute ride. We've been in the car now for 20 minutes. And she just kept driving. And then she pulls up. The Tasty Mansion is close to an Indian reservation. And
Close to it either. It's really not.
The Tasty Mansion is 15 minutes from the Indian reservation. And we get there, and she's like, okay, we're almost there. I was like, what? I was like, no, this is the address. And she was like, well, this is where it's telling me to drop you. And I was like, no, it's not. I have it on my phone right here. And she's like, well, you need to get out. I said, I'm not getting out. That's when I finally put my foot down. I was like, I'm not getting out of this car.
Okay,
I was like,
Karen.
I was like, let me be the GPS. And she's like, where do you need to go? I said, go this way. So the rest of the ride, I told her where to turn and to go. And and it's on the fucking GPS. And I got out and I turned around and said, fuck you, bitch. And I shut the door. I did. I was an asshole.
Sure.
I said, fuck you.
Bro.
I was so fucking mad, dude.
That I ordered DoorDash one time, and that exact thing happened where this guy was literally usually when you I know, and this is a stupid story, but usually when you order DoorDash, it shows where it's dropped, which is your house, and then it shows the driver along the route. And this driver pulled into this neighborhood and sent a message to me. It was like, I believe he said, how am I supposed to get in? Because he tried pulling into like a neighborhood that was being built, or like a gated thing. He's like, I need the gate code. And I was like, my neighborhood doesn't have a gate code. And he's like, well, your address says it's in this place. And I was like, my address on the map shows it right fucking here. And I had to argue over messages with a DoorDash driver where my fucking house is, bro. I was like, it's fine. If you want to drop it there, I'm getting a refund. Like, that's what I said. I was like, if you want to leave it in that place, I'm getting a refund, and you're going to get you're going to get a contract violation. So
Right, throwing
fuck
a
you.
tantrum in the crumble.
Oh,
cooker.
I have never had an issue with Uber, like an Uber driver. I literally was like in disbelief because I was really nice. The first couple times I was like a light suggest like, hey, we're supposed to turn here. Hey, like, why don't we turn here? And by the end of the pre-workout had kicked in. I was sweating. I was just fucking like, I was full mauled. Like I was so mad. I literally, this is like probably a close to 6-year-old woman. I looked at her and I said, fuck you, bitch. I shut the door and I tipped her zero. I tipped her 1 penny. I tipped her 1 penny to be petty. I showed Tasty too.
That's
I was
even
mad,
worse,
bro.
yeah.
I was mad as fuck. That's probably the last time I've been actually mad in my life. But
You walked into my house and you were like bewitched. You're like, You didn't speak for like 10 seconds.
I'm so mad. I was so mad.
Bro, what?
'Cause I'm like, I'm not from here, but it's the freeway is right here. Turn. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting mad thinking about it.
He's not over it.
Tasty, were you on that Uber in Austin when we were going to Hibachi?
Oh, God.
Or Zoe, were you on that Uber?
No, but I
the
heard
guy
about it.
who
You guys
was
almost
fucking
died.
Crazy? I wasn't
Yes,
a crazy
bro.
guy Uber who was like cutting off semis and shit.
Getting honked
Yeah.
at. Bro was literally swerving in front of multiple people getting honked at in traffic.
Yeah. Hey, we
I was
made it
scared.
though. We made it in good time considering the traffic, you know. Only
Yeah,
10
you're
minutes
right.
late to our hibachi fucking reservation.
Yeah, he did make haste, but God, that was probably the only other time like I've been scared in an Uber.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this guy might actually get in a car crash, but at least I'm in like a car with full of my friends that like I've met. this
Yeah,
streamer.
we're
The best
dying.
way
We're
to go.
dying as homies. Like,
I've had. That's a good thing. Though. If you have the crazy Uber driver who's going like definitely over the speed limit and they're whipping it, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Like, let it ride,
Wait.
baby. Like, it's your
Oh my
car.
God. Wait, that reminds me. There was the night we went to bowling for Tastegiving. We all got super drunk at the bowling alley.
Dude, yeah.
Me.
You're
I don't
welcome.
remember who else was in the Uber with me, but we got in this manual like hatchback Toyota, and the driver was like literally like ripping it. Like I was like, "Oh, cool, it's a manual." Like I said something to him. He's like, "Yeah, you want to see something even cooler?" And like he literally put it in like third gear, like going like 40 or 50 already, and fucking revved it out. He was probably doing like 100 on this back road towards the B&B we were staying at. And I was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna die," and I'm drunk right now. Like this is not what I wanted. This is not how I pictured the end of this
I
trip.
wish my
but-
friends were with me.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it was like one or two of us in this Uber, and I was like, we're dead. We're dying right here. But
Yeah,
was
we'd gone
fun.
back to burn the turkey. We were busy.
Yeah, we had we left early. Yeah.
yeah, everyone did. Yeah.
You guys
That was a
have
good
any
time.
horror stories, Mr. Solo, from Ubers in London or not London?
Not really.
England.
What,
Ubers
This I don't
It's
know.
just London. There's the only thing. No, Uber's not in my city, so I don't know. I don't really get them that often. The only thing is, like from America, we were driven around for like an hour in Miami, but purely because the guy just wanted relationship advice from us, like for a solid hour. I swear, like he was just enjoying the conversation. He was like, "Oh, I've gone the wrong way again." I was like, oh. Like, I was having a fairly good time. I can't lie. So I wasn't.
Unique's
mad.
cousin is your Uber
Like,
driver, bro. That's crazy.
cousin.
That's insane.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I don't be asking for that
was a
much
pretty fun
advice.
one.
Did
I
you
had one
rent a
from-
car on your trip? How did you get around?
Yeah, we did. So we did buses from Boston to DC, and then from DC we
nice.
got a car. But that was the experience in itself because it's the other side of the road driving.
Yeah, I can't
and I'd
imagine.
never driven automatic as well,
Oh,
so that was
yeah.
weird. Like, yeah, bit scary, but like every now and then I think on the roads, like the roads in the US, are, like super simple compared to the UK because they're
Yeah,
like
we got
really
it
straight.
and shit.
Like the only difficult bit was when there was like sort of 8 lanes like around like, the Miami area was like pretty stressful.
Miami,
Especially because there was this thing in front of us with like crates of fruit, and then they were falling off the back of it. And it was like freaking Mario Kart, bro. Like you know when you
That's the most
swerve into
Florida
it,
highway thing
you
I've ever
smash it out,
heard.
like,
That's
what
the
is-
Final
what is this?
Destination right there.
Yeah, legit.
stay away from
It was
that.
literally like that. It's like other than that, though, yeah, it's pretty chill. It's just when you're in like in the supermarket car park, like I just drift back over to the left. I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I'm like, yeah, we're all good again. So yeah, that was it. It was good.
If you're gonna do a drive in America, like the East Coast drive, the up and down is like you just take 95. That's like the big road. But on the West Coast, there's like Highway 1, which is like near the water and just like next to the ocean and shit. It's absolutely gorgeous, and
Stunning.
it takes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a beautiful drive. You could drive down from like I don't know San Francisco down to LA or something, like 4 or 5 hours, and just enjoy. It's an experience.
The West Coast definitely did seem more like road trippy, like for driving and stuff.
Oh,
compared
yeah.
to the
You
East.
know?
Yeah.
Like we drove through the Appalachian Mountain. Is that how I saying it? The Blue Ridge thing?
Yeah.
Like, we drove through that.
Did you see any hill people just mucking about?
I don't know about that. No.
Kill people.
You see Seth in the background, just like, oh,
Wait,
Duck
So-
Posted up
you-
with guns and moonshine.
you said you stayed at like 11 B&Bs or something in the course of that time. Did you have like a favorite place to stay out of all of those?
Oh, I've got to say Mason. They were very nice to us. It was like staying at the old Crusader Mansion was great. But there was this one place in Virginia where it was just like completely in the woods, and it was just a house. The woman that owned it, it was her house that's next to the other one, and it was like, well, like, because this is completely alien to me, right? Like, there's not deer just like strolling around in the UK, really, like where I'm living. But it's like, yeah, she was like, yeah, make sure you shut the gate because I don't want the deer getting into the back garden. And like, we're like, oh, the deer will be
so
chill.
cool.
But
Yeah.
I was like, shit, and it's like super dark with like the moonlight coming through like the forest and stuff. That was my favorite, definitely. It was
Deer,
like,
no
cool.
joke. They'll
It'll
fuck
be
up
like
your
that in
car.
Tennessee.
it was like
Yeah,
nice
it'll
and
be like
raw,
that.
like it's just cool.
It's
Sure,
gonna be pitch
it'll be-
black, and the
That's
moon
awesome.
will be shining down, and there will
See
be
some
mountains.
mountains.
Oh yeah, we got to show him the
Oh, yeah.
Airbnb. He's gonna be sold.
Honestly,
yeah,
that's
bro. I
definitely the
probably
biggest
will
selling
be.
point for sure.
Bro, throw him in the Discord right now.
I'm down. Let's go. I've
That
been
was easy.
recruited after like 30 minutes.
Hell yeah.
No convincing.
go.
Thank you
Oh
for
my
reminding
God.
me that as content creators, we can kind of travel whenever we want. I kind of forgot about that part.
It is- yeah,
it's,
that's a nice part of it.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, cause I imagine if like, cause I'm like going with my partner on some of these holidays, right? And like she's like struggles, even in the UK where you have more time off work than America, it's still like the busy seasons in finance. It's like, yeah, you can't really take a week off it. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So like you're just so restricted. So it's like really nice that I'm really fluid and be able to do what I want, which is
Yeah.
it's perfect, really.
This is
Fuck
a year
it.
for
I'm going into
traveling, I
credit
think.
card debt in 2023. It's the
Yo,
year.
literally, it's in, dude. Credit card.
Guys.
I don't care.
Bro,
It's fine.
no. I had a listen to this. I had a 750 credit score right like I would say like a month or two before TwitchCon. And then that same like month where it jumped
Shouldn't
up
have
was
gone on the
because
jet.
they raised my credit limit from like 2K to like 3K, and I had most of it paid off. And then I went to TwitchCon and I pretty much maxed out my credit card between then and like the past couple months, and now my credit score is tanked to like 690 or something.
no.
because
Hey, yo,
of
bro, pay off your
utilization.
debt.
You'll never get a job. Oh no.
It's over.
You're right. It's not that drastic. It could be improved, but it made me a little mad because I was like,
as long as
damn,
you're
bro,
ever-
telling people you have a 750? Ah, bro, like I could put that in my fucking Twitter bio. 750 credit score. Holy.
That's Ignoble's pickup line on Hinge. That's why he's asking for a girlfriend, bro.
Damn, dude. We'll be your green card daddy.
Green card daddy.
He does have the what was that? You have the like card, bro. You have the platinum. Someone did. Maybe it was someone else. Ignoble, I thought you had like the
talking
platinum
about
credit
my-
card.
Who's
Maybe
got
it
the
was
Amex?
T-Papa.
I've
Yeah,
got
who
the
has the-
Amex.
Who's
Okay.
got the
Someone-
Amex?
It's an overrated card though. It's not a very good card, honestly. I'm gonna change it for a gold because
I
I
just-
don't have enough.
I have like a
Okay.
metally kind of card. It's good for things.
You can get like a basic Chase credit card as metal. They
Yeah.
said like you can get a metal credit
Yeah,
card.
yeah, but
easily.
like
Yeah.
maybe it was T-Papa. Someone had like the VIP like deluxe fucking special card, but maybe we were just
What?
hyping it up at Vegas. I swear.
He's got the like the WestJet card or some shit, like the American
What in
Airlines
the
Amex
fuck?
or something.
Okay, never. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was.
Well, I
just-
used to
don't
work
know.
in customer service with a lot of British people. You guys have this bank that's like the card is like hot pink. It's so nice. I think it's Mongo or something like that. It starts with an M.
Monzo, maybe?
Monzo. The cards
Monzo.
are
It's
so
like an
pretty.
online bank, yeah.
I want one
Oh,
so
shit.
bad.
I don't even know. I haven't seen it.
They're gorgeous. They're like neon pink. It's the
Oh,
best
that's
credit
what.
card I've ever
Right,
seen.
one thing about America, like fuck me, like contactless. Like you guys need to learn about that. Like what the fuck?
I know
is
it's
this?
so weird.
Signature
We're so
shit. Like
backwards,
it's so
bro.
behind the times.
There-
for that.
Other than
Contactless?
restaurants,
You mean
most
the tab?
places.
We do
Yeah.
the tab.
yeah, like
Most places
do
are
the
But at
tab.
yeah,
restaurants,
no,
they bring
it's
it to
not.
you.
It's not like fully. I don't know. I just feel like Europe's so much better for like payment stuff.
Yeah.
compared
Yep.
to the US. I don't know.
We'll get there
Restaurants
one
for
day.
sure. I don't understand the like giving them the card and having them bring it to the back. I don't know how we're still stuck in the
It's
past.
hard
with that
to
one.
scary.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
It's gonna be
scary
like
when they do that
Trump
too.
gets on.
Yeah.
I'm glad TwitchCon happened. I actually, for TwitchCon, I opened my first ever credit card. I didn't have one before that. I got it
I'm
just in case
shocked
something.
You did not have one.
What?
I've never needed
He's
one.
off the
I
the
just-
Dave Ramsey plan. Holy. Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, well, to be fair, I've jacked myself off. I've worked since I was like 12.
He's
so I've always
balling,
had-
bro.
I've
Working
always
the
had-
steel mill. Yeah.
I've been working. I've been grinding for a long time. But yeah, I literally opened that just in case something crazy happened, or I don't know if we needed money for something. I don't know. But yeah, I used it some, especially because you get the rewards, you get the cash back and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kinda
the only
cool.
reason I've ever
Yeah.
had a credit card
Yeah.
is for
So-
rewards
They're
and things like that.
You're supposed to like get a credit card early so you can start building credit for like your credit score if you want to get loans and shit. And also the rewards just add up over time. Like I paid for my Vegas flight with my credits credit points, and I didn't feel as
dude,
bad.
I would have been fucked for my first house. If I wouldn't have had like just some money to like show them I could just put down a bunch. Like if I would have tried to get like any type of other loan, I'd have been fucked because I had no credit history.
You just show up, you're like, hey, I want this fucking house, but I don't got any
I would
credit.
have been, yeah,
Bro,
I had literally no credit history.
I feel like that needs to be taught more. I feel like there's an agenda against credit cards because people before us, like our generation,
Yeah.
struggled like with credit cards like pretty bad. And I feel like it should
That's
be taught
true.
that you should get a credit card at like, you know, a decent age, like a secure card that you put a couple bucks on, and then you just use that.
Honestly, though, to counter that, like if you look at some of the like the youth today, do you trust them with a credit card with a $4,000, $5,000 limit on it?
No.
Be fine. They'll figure it out.
No, I mean you look at. I mean,
Gotta learn the
literally,
hard way,
I'm-
honestly.
Oh,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm
they'll be
probably
fine.
I'm probably stuck paying off what I got on.
Daddy's
mine for
gonna
the
pay it
next-
off. We'll be fine, right?
Yeah, why don't your
know.
guys' daddies just don't feel like, what do you?
Yeah, I don't get it. It's just like, huh?
Where does your family winter?
Man. All right,
Just blows my mind.
dude. Solo, I wanted to know about your past before you were a RuneScape PvP YouTube god.
Ooh.
What were you before then? Were you would you play other games? Were you like a person who went outside, looked at the sun? Like what were you?
Oh yeah, I had a good period of outsiding. So I started playing RuneScape in 2005, and then I actually quit in 2011, like before EOC. So like I hold on to it like I can quit this game if needed.
Here you are, 12 years later.
And so I did. So like when I was younger, like I did a lot of sports. Like I did a lot of rowing, like cricket, football, literally everything. Like like someone who's like just plays every sport. That was me.
Damn.
Did a lot of that sort of stuff. And then I went to uni to do physics at uni. I did that for 4 years. Did a master's of physics, and that's when I picked up YouTube and RuneScape again because at uni.
Bro, this guy's
Yeah,
smart and
this
shit.
is. Yeah, but I think Americans
I
are more
saw-
impressed with it because
I was
it's-
gonna ask you because I read it on the it's on your Crusader thing. They put that in there. I was like, damn, they're throwing in the subtle flex, the physics. I was like, okay.
Subtle
I was like,
flex.
all right.
Yeah. Well, in the UK, the education system is
Better.
So, you go so much specialized. I don't think. No, I wouldn't say it's necessarily better. I mean, higher education, like finance-wise, it's probably better. But like, you go super specialized really early. So from 16, I was only doing chemistry, physics, maths, and further maths. So like, and nothing else. Which is like from what I understand it, you guys have a broader base
Yeah.
for longer. And so that just means you can get a master's quicker in the UK, basically. And so I did physics at uni.
That makes sense.
And then picked RuneScape back up at uni, I think in my second year, and started just making videos on the side. And then it came to graduation, and I was like, what am I doing? And I was like, I may as well just try and be full time for a year. If I can be financially sustainable by Christmas, then keep going. And then I just kept going. And it's all good. It's all turned out well.
Did you have a plan
yeah,
of what
that's
you were
a-
gonna do with physics?
Not really. Not
Like a dream
really.
job?
No, not really. It was just I was just interested in it, and it's one of those degrees where like it's just teaching you to think like right, like logically and problem solving and all that sort of stuff. Like you do a bit of coding, you do a bit of lab work, so you've got a bit of like hands-on stuff, like lots of maths as well. So it was just, and it was around the time in the UK especially where this guy called Brian Cox. I don't know if you guys heard of Brian Cox. He's like
Isn't he a physicist? He's
yeah,
on
so
YouTube?
he's on the BBC, and he was like really big in like sort of 2013, 14, and he was a lecturer at Manchester University, and that's the university I went to, and he does all like the sort of like the stargazing documentaries and stuff. Like you probably have something equivalent over there. So like I feel like it was a really in thing to do physics at the time, so it was like super popular. So I ended up going and doing that. But yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to do afterwards. I think with a lot of these things, you go so deep, and it's like, okay, now I don't care because it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone gets.
It's
that
never
point
as
where it's
good
like,
once you get to
it's
that
so-
point. Yeah.
It's just this is too disconnected from reality. Like we're talking about like the flavor of these particles. like
Flavor.
like I just I like the applied stuff a lot more, and I quite enjoyed like my master's project. We did more like practical stuff, and yeah, it was like my time to dip out. I actually think I should have only done 3 years and not did a master's, but like that's just hindsight, right? If I started YouTube a year earlier, like not a regret, but like I think it would have been better for YouTube. But I obviously learned a lot in that 4th year, and you develop as a person, and whatever will be, will be.
And how else? But I mean, now you can flex on kids. Be like, yo, I got a master's in physics, and I'm better than you at RuneScape. So like, you know.
I know it's weird, isn't it? It's like I've done physics at uni to go be a RuneScape YouTuber. It just sounds like
I mean,
what
I
a
think
weird,
we
what a
all
weird
went to
arc.
college, except Nick. Never
Yeah.
mind. So.
Listen,
Sorry.
listen. I went to BMW school for
No.
6 months.
Yeah, but even
didn't
that,
teach me much.
and then going to be like a gaming YouTuber, it's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? It's like completely like a completely
Yeah.
different angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw someone on Twitter ask, "How are you so good at theory crafting? Do you feel like your degree played into that at all?" I'm sure it did.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have an analytical background, so like just super comfortable with like the opportunity cost of everything, and just like I don't know, just like you know what to prioritize. Yeah, a bit, I guess, probably. I don't know.
I think that just falls into the thing of like going to college just makes you a better person.
It's just
no matter what you
yeah,
do.
just
Yeah.
generally you just think about things in a different way. Same thing with like making content as well. Like a lot about university college, it's not necessarily like the actual content of the course is that's not really the important thing, is it? It's the experience you're around all your peers, like you're like making connections, like you just you just come out thinking about life a bit differently, and you have
Yeah.
like those
Yeah.
5 a.m. chats like all the time and stuff. I don't know. It's like I really thought it added a lot of value to my life, 100%.
It kind of settles you into adulthood, I would say.
Yeah.
College does, because that's what it did for me. I have a couple different degrees, but that's not what I remember. It's just more like the life building moments is what I remember from it that
Yeah.
have helped me
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
I feel like I
yeah.
remember more of the coming home blasted like 4 or 5 a.m. hanging out with friends and just like
You
really
probably
bonding
learned
with people.
valuable things. off of
Arguably
those
more
learned
important,
value.
yeah.
Which is very important. Which is probably
No,
the reason
actually,
why I
there's
can,
some
you know, hold
stuff-
a conversation with
something.
people because of moments like that.
Yeah, and it's just fun, right? Like all the house
Yeah.
parties and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
it's
what
good
is the
fun.
culture like there? Do you guys have like a big party college culture?
So I went to Manchester University, so that's like one of the biggest cities in the UK. So that has a pretty decent nightlife scene. So yeah, go out, but then house parties were big in Manchester and Fallowfield. Anyone that knows that, they
What's your
they
drink of
know.
choice?
The thing is, like, I used to be all about the spirits or like cider. I'm not really like a beer guy. I don't know. I'm a bit of a pussy, really. I just don't like the
One of
the
us.
beer- the
Shout
beer
out cocktails,
vibes.
man. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah,
liking
I'm
cocktails,
down,
bro.
bro.
Cocktails
Like,
big time.
that's me.
Nothing
That
wrong with
is
a
me.
cocktail. Nothing wrong with a
Yeah.
cocktail.
Seth's
yeah,
crying
that's
inside.
Yeah,
not
Seth
my
is just like,
vibe.
yeah, shut up.
Fine.
Tell me you don't like a Miller Lite?
You will have to drink at least one Miller Lite if you come to Tennessee.
Yeah, would you
I hate to break it
shotgun
to
it
you.
if we do meet you? Would you shotgun a beer? Or would you give it a go?
I'll
Oh,
shotgun with you.
absolutely,
I don't even like
absolutely.
shotgunning.
Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, I'd be down.
For the culture.
He's a sender.
For the culture,
Let's
exactly.
go.
It's the culture.
It's an American thing. You have to do it.
It's
Exactly.
it's definitely a southern culture thing for sure. Shotgunning beers.
I want to see. I just want to see like fucking Solo and Bodhi just like in the corner, just like shotgunning beers and just doing the most American.
He wouldn't do
redneck
it.
shit.
ripping it.
I asked Bodie, and he said he has acid reflux. It's the most British shit I've ever heard.
Well,
I mean, you
Wow,
gotta
that's
respect it.
I
respect
don't. I simply don't. At least Eliop faked it and just gave me the can and just said, "Hey, man, I didn't actually shotgun this, but I wanted to participate. So here's a full can of beer.
Oh, no.
Please throw it away and don't tell anybody." Which I did. I didn't because I respected that. Yeah.
You just told all
You
of
told
us.
everybody.
Gave
You
me
just
a-
leaked it.
In the
Thousands of
moment,
people.
in the moment, it would have been way worse though. If I was like,
Yeah,
"You didn't
yeah,
even
yeah.
drink this," like poured it
I bet
out.
that, I bet
How
that.
embarrassing would that have been?
Fair enough.
That'd have been content though.
Yeah. And then fucking
Pretty good.
Krylax. I remember Krylax. He spilled like
Oh
half
my
the beer.
God.
Fucking shotgun.
Inside too, bro.
But hey,
Spilled it all over the floor.
Hey, you know, respect. He went for it.
That's what America's all about, baby.
Gosh, it's
America,
We
fun.
don't do that down here in the
Mm.
south.
Yeah.
Yeah, uni was very fun though. Lots of house parties. Like when I was there, the floor fell through in one of the old houses because there was too many people. and shit like that.
That's so
Okay.
sick.
Fuck.
Are they okay? What do you mean?
yeah,
That's a
they're fine.
party.
But, like, so there's like these massive Victorian houses with like cellars and like basements and like so people would like they'd go hard like they're like
Holy.
DJ sets and like the underground and
That's
stuff.
so
like,
cool.
it was really good. Like that, I'd say my uni definitely had one of the best like nightlife cultures, 100%. Like, and that's
Yeah,
part of the reason why I
that's
chose it. It's like big city vibes. It was good.
Yeah.
Wow. And we have Tasty raining in from Arizona, where they have probably one of the cooler party schools
Oh,
in the sense
yeah.
of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I went to
shit.
school in New York
yeah.
City. We had
Oh,
parties. That was
insane.
fun.
That
Yeah.
is our
I
whole
thought-
identity, man.
We were in a frat too, Stu.
No, a lot of people think that I was.
You look like the kind of guy to
Apparently
be
I
a frat, bro.
represent that way, but
You look
I,
like the
like,
kind of guy to
100%.
fucking wear like the pastel colored polos and be like, oh, sorry, like, you know, my dad's a lawyer.
Who do you know
I gotta,
here?"
you gotta let me in.
Do I have permission to kick you from this call? I can mute you.
He's recording.
He's
You mute
server
him.
muted. He's server muted.
Free my guy.
No, I actually I am not a very big like frat culture guy. I was very anti-frat culture when I went to ASU. I had a lot of buddies in frats, so I kind of got to enjoy like it
You get the best
secondhand.
bits.
Yeah, I get the best parts, and I don't have to like pay for my friends, and they don't like peer pressure me to drunk drive and stuff, which was a problem in the frat culture. We'll talk about that later. But it was, yeah, like I'm just not. I'm not like bro-y. I'm like down to do shit, but I'm not like bro-y. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very specific kind of frat culture in the U.S., especially at ASU. Like it goes deep, goes real deep.
That's
yeah, I had
go ahead, sorry.
You go, Joe.
I was gonna say, I bet that's the best way to go about it. Is what Tate's was talking about. Is you want to be friends with the people in the frats. Because
Yeah.
when I was in school, like I was playing sports, and we were friends with all those guys, and they would invite us to the parties, and we would reap the benefits and not have to do any of the stuff that he's talking about. All the
Yeah,
peer
there's a bunch of
pressure,
dumb shit you got to do to be in a frat.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the way to do it.
Bro, my favorite part
That's
about
good.
going to like a frat party is just like if you're friends with some of the homies there, like, you know, they had all the shitty drinks downstairs, the shitty beers and shitty jungle juice, whatever. And they're like, yo, bro, come up to my room. Come up, bro. I got some
The
good
Ciroc.
shit in my room.
I got the good stuff.
I got
yeah.
the
Grey
good stuff.
Goose.
Yeah.
How did frat culture devolve to being what it is today? Is there any sort of mark in that? Because isn't it supposed to be like a pretty like
Well, it depends on the
Like
frat too.
heritage
man.
brotherhood
It
type thing?
like
depend-
my dad was
think
in
I actually know the
Sigma
answer to
Nu.
this.
They still do that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
There's
I don't
still
think it was
legacy stuff.
ever like
It never wasn't like
glamorous
that.
and mature and like they kind of front it like that, but everyone knows like the real reason.
You're putting a
that
bunch
you're
of
in a frat.
19 to 20-year-old dudes with like unlimited access to alcohol and like on
Yeah.
a college campus where they feel like kings. Like, what do you expect is gonna
Yeah.
happen, bro?
It does depend on the fraternity, though. Every fraternity is pretty. Some of them are very similar, and some of them have are very starkly different. It does depend on the fraternity.
Oh my god.
100%.
I have an amazing frat story to tell you guys.
Rip it.
Dude, there was this one frat at the school that I went to. I went to the University of Illinois, and a buddy of mine was rushing some random frat. They were not a big one. I forget the fucking name, but they were like small enough that they didn't have a house, so they had a couple apartments together in a place. So, you know, I'm a freshman. I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like, he invited me. He's like, yo, bro, these guys they're really cool. Come over, let's hang out.
Desperate for you to join.
And I was just like, all right, fine, whatever, dude. I pull up to this apartment thinking, you know, it's gonna be cool. We pull up with like, you know, some beers, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go out. There's gonna be girls here and shit, you know. I walk into the apartment, pitch black. There's 6 dudes sitting on the couch. 6 dudes all together, squished together on one couch, and one dude doing, you know, like the light show with his hands. And that's it. That is the entire party. And I walk in, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, is this what frats are like?
Oh,
They are
no.
not respecting the 3-to-2 ratio, bro. That is unfortunate.
It was the worst experience. I walked in, went to the counter, took 2 shots, told them I felt sick, and I went home.
Oh, shit.
I would feel sick from walking in
Yeah,
there,
no, man. You gotta
honestly.
go to the Pike party, the Sigma Chi. You can't be pulling up fucking weird, fucking off the wall. Don't even have a house. They gotta have a house. Like, if they don't have a house, you shouldn't go.
Well,
That's
actually,
for
there's no houses at ASU because there was too much like legal trouble and damage. So there's no frat
I
row.
believe that.
It was deleted. So
Is
now
it-
they just they rent out apartment complexes, like literally.
Is
Yeah.
it ASU or Arizona? I know it's one of those two, or it might be both of them. Like they're like as far as Greek culture goes, they're definitely top 5 or top 10.
It's
Like-
number 1, I think. I think isn't
ASU
ASU
is.
like number 1 for like alcohol related deaths? in the
U of A
country?
actually is. I believe U of A is, and also U of A
Okay.
has
High
an
schools.
even stronger frat culture.
That's what I thought. It was
Wait.
We're
Arizona.
number
yeah.
1. Let's
U of
go.
A is like a concentrated ASU because they're 2 hours away from anything, and the city they're in is a shithole. So like all they have to do is like frat things together and like party. That's it. Unless if you go too
That-
far from the U of A campus, you get robbed and murdered. Like that's that's all they have there.
Do you guys remember the story of that kid that passed away from alcohol poisoning while they like laid him out on the table and like everyone just ignored him at this party? I don't remember. It was like a few
Which
years
one?
back, but it makes me wonder what school. Like they literally had to carry this kid in, and they just lay him down on the table, and like during that period, he like actually dies, and there's people just having a party around him, like
Mm.
I
just
don't
walking
remember that.
around this guy they laid out on a table who was too fucked up.
Yeah,
I
hazing
know-
culture
I
is
just-
fucked up.
In
It's
the
really scary.
In the southern fraternity, I mean, they obviously have some alcohol issues, of course, but the main thing that they get kicked off campus for and like shut down for is their like brutal hazing tactics. Like there's some pretty wild shit they're making the fucking pledges do, and they've like cracked down on it big time.
Yeah,
I know
that would be,
that's-
that would be like.
that's-
Sorry.
Go
That would
ahead,
be
yeah,
like
go
that,
ahead.
that would be
Yeah.
like sports teams in the UK, like so like the uni like rugby team or something. That would be the equivalent of that.
Oh, okay.
Really.
I
Yeah,
know
well,
some
sports
of
teams
them-
in their own
Pretty
right.
gross stuff.
Well, yeah, it's its own fraternity. It's just not like a Greek fraternity, but like every sports team is definitely a fraternity. Even the women's sports teams at our schools were doing crazy shit. So
Yeah, my buddy was the president of a frat, which is a pretty large chapter at ASU. It will remain unnamed because I don't know if he wants this stain
Legal
on his
reasons.
record. But like he was describing hazing to me, and like they very clearly like plan out how to super against the rules, like very much against like ASU charter and stuff like that. But you know, they go in depth into how they're gonna haze them, like the frequency, like it's a very in-depth plan. And he was explaining they do it because it like if you put humans under pressure together and if you make them go through hardships together, they form stronger bonds. And like
diamonds.
there's a whole psychological profile behind it. And he was explaining this to me, and I was like, "Damn! Like you just stripped them naked and put peanut butter all over it."
yeah, like
There was one thing they would do where they
Oh,
like
no.
the first day the whole pledge class was together, they would put them all in a room, and they would start playing a movie like Groundhog Day or something like that. But they wouldn't tell them anything. They would just shuffle them all in this room at like probably 8-10 p.m. something like that. If anybody talked at all, they would restart the movie. And they wouldn't tell them the rules. They had to like finish the movie, and it would take them a while to like figure out that, oh, we can't talk. We have to sit here in silence for the whole movie. And they would end up being there until like 2 or 3 p.m. the next day. So everyone was just they wouldn't let them sleep. Like everyone is severely sleep deprived, like missing their classes, like sitting there forced to watch Groundhog Day, like over
that's
and
like
over again.
wait, that's
Like the
literally
weirdest
like,
shit.
that's literally like so. Swede Badass Nils, the YouTuber. He's I think he's done sort of like Swedish Marines thing, but I swear he told me a story, literally just like
It's
that.
probably a
Where to
common
build
thing.
them up, they had to watch like sheep eating grass on the screen, and they weren't allowed to fall asleep for like 20 hours or something like that. And they just
Yeah,
sit there.
that's-
It's literally like what the fuck.
It's probably
How
a
are these
common
guys doing
tactic
that
they
as well?
Oh yeah, there's definitely as far as like the hazing goes with the fraternities
Oh
and
my God.
like especially with the military training or anything. There's definitely some similarities of like the kind of the torture tactics at least of like they do like that, especially when it comes
Oh
to
my God,
sleep depriving people.
that's fucked.
Yeah,
Shit's
sleep
wild,
deprivation
man.
is like pretty fucked up and like a big tool they use. This is not like fun. So yeah, I was
Oh, Jesus.
not a big frat guy.
Oh, what are your
Yeah.
guys' thoughts on as based? We make a like based frat, and any newcomers into based, we have to
Haze
haze
them.
the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
So down, man.
What
That's
about the
actually what
based
Tennessee
house?
is.
The based house?
The based stream
Dude.
Would you guys do
stream
that?
mansion. That would be sick. I would be
Base mansion,
terrified
that
of
would be
living
really
with
good
a
for you guys
bunch
to
of
do.
like other content creators because I feel like it'd be volatile, but at the same time, like
I
that'd be
think that could
good
be
for
very good.
productivity. You know, I feel like I'd be
I'm trying.
very
We're getting like a little
Yeah.
house together in San Diego.
Yeah, you're getting a mini house. That is
Eventually,
true.
we'll all mesh together. Like you're gonna move in with like Soup and Victim, and then I'll move in with you guys, and then the house will just keep getting bigger and bigger.
They live in
and-
fucking like some shit part of Arizona, like Mesa. I'm not going in with them. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn. Well, Soup just moved there, didn't
yeah, with
Like recently,
the
yeah.
victim, Luke.
he? Mm.
I've been
I
trying to like we have a little circle here, like a bunch of streamers and YouTubers and stuff, and I've been trying to get him to hang out with us. Like I sent him a message.
Oh,
every
he's
week.
editing all day, every day.
I know
it's
that's what he always tells me, but I invite him every time anyway. We're gonna get him out here.
Yeah, that's nice. I think he'd definitely be down. Like he met up with me when I came over.
Gilmore
Yeah,
Games is
yeah.
almost over. You can.
He's
you can hit him
I
up
really
soon.
like Soup. Yeah.
You are the fucking worst at spoiling shit, Tasty. I was trying to make it a big surprise that I was in Gilmore Games for the longest time, and you told like everybody.
You didn't tell me not to. Wait, who did I tell? I think
You told
you're
everybody when we
gaslighting
were at
me.
the. I'm not gaslighting you.
You're
When we were at-
gaslighting me.
I'm not gaslighting you.
I remember
We
you
were at
telling me,
the
Zoe.
Airbnb in Vegas, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" And I was like, "What are you talking about? Who told you?" And they're like, "Tasty told us."
I don't remember that. I think you're making that up. And also, like the content creators, I'm not leaking it to the general populace.
Okay,
If I
that's
did do
General
that,
populace.
yeah, this is a fake
They're not
screenshot.
peasants.
This
No,
is-
you leaked it on a
Yeah.
podcast once, and I was like, "Guys, can we cut that out? Sorry."
Oh, okay, that is true.
Yeah,
but we did
he
cut
did
it out.
do that. Yeah, we did cut that out. I remember that.
Also,
how did
the,
you find it? Like Gilmore Games, did you enjoy it?
Oh, so
Yeah.
fun. Loved it.
I was so stressed.
Great
It was a
time.
good time.
I was like beyond nervous. I don't know. I would love to redo it
Yeah.
and not be nearly
think-
as
I
like,
think it's-
shaky
I think
and
it's-
scared.
Sorry, you can go Nick.
I was just gonna say, I think the coolest thing for me this year is being able to be like, hey, my friends are in this show, and like I got the chance, and I think I said this when you were in my stream solo, but during my trip to Mexico, my brother and I would watch movies at night, and instead of a movie one night, I put on the first episode of this season's Gilmore Games, and he like sat through it, didn't get on his phone, like he was genuinely into it, and it was super cool. He's like, so you know Zoe, you know Tasty. And I was like, yeah, those are like the two closest friends that I have that are on it. But like I kind of have like a general, like I know most of these people and they hopefully kind of know about me, and it was just cool. And he ended up, I told you Solo, but his favorite person in the games was Solo because of
Oh yeah.
just the banning, like the whole banning in the first episode. He was like, that Solo guy is just a Giga Chad, and I was like, yeah,
That was
he's pretty
so-
cool.
It's so funny because watching the first episode, you don't realize how much time actually passed, but we're literally sitting in the call for like 25 minutes waiting for you to finish, and you had no
dude, you were there
idea.
for a long
Yeah, like no
time.
one like called me or anything like that. Like Soup didn't hop
Yeah.
into my channel or anything. Like,
You're like, yeah,
yeah.
just keep going.
I was like
Compared to
commentating the
our-
whole time.
Yeah.
Compared to how we went about our CGs for our base video, I don't even think we made it in second place in that competition.
Oh yeah, no, Burp probably beat all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Verf still beat us, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Gilmore Games was a lot of fun. I didn't like really know what to expect. If I went back, I wish I was like more theatrical about it almost.
Yeah,
I took it like
yeah.
kind of seriously because I didn't know like
Yeah.
what to do.
It's-
I
it
was
is-
to play the game, I guess.
It's really difficult coming in as a new person because we've been that like so me like me framed and a few others have been there since like the first season where no one knew what it was really about. Like I had a bit more of like a feeling of everyone else saying that we should be arguing with each other here. We shouldn't be being nice to each other.
Yeah.
Like we're not supposed to like roll a dice to see who goes home. I'm supposed to be there like fuck Vitoso. He lost us this. Let's send him home. And like it's just slowly developed over 3 seasons. So like at least there's like something you can watch now to kind of get it. But like for you guys, like I'm putting myself in your shoes. It's hard. It's weird to come in. And it's like the first time you've spoken to so many of these people. And
Yeah.
I feel like it must be super daunting to come into that environment. So like
Yeah,
you kind of get
also-
you kind of get your bearings for a few weeks, and like I think I've noticed it with both of you. I think your confessionals get a lot better in the recent
Definitely.
ones. Like I love the Zoe telling Tasty off dynamic. I just think that's like so good.
My
Like,
chat
both of you are
keeps
really
roasting
good
me
in
about that, dude.
confessionals.
I gotta sit
Well, I
there.
was just
so
trying to
good.
find like a character the whole time, and I just like couldn't find anything
Yeah.
that made sense because I'm not performing that well, right? But I was like, I need something.
No,
And then
that was really,
The
really
The
good.
salmon was the turning point for me. The salmon's where it all flipped. But yeah, it definitely got a lot easier towards the end. I mean, I still feel like I don't belong there, and I still feel like I shouldn't have been invited. So like, for me, I don't know, just trying to speak up the first few episodes was definitely really difficult. But as time went on, I think
the
I found my place in
confessionals-
it more and more.
You do good now. Soup called you the confessional queen or whatever at the end of
Okay,
the other one,
Yeah.
but the way you've developed confidence throughout it has been cool to see, in my opinion.
I never watched the first 2 seasons of Gilmore Games. I didn't.
No way.
See, I did,
big
and my favorite
confession
part was,
time, I had
like-
never watched him. I went in completely blind.
I mean, the
Okay.
way that Solo like switches it up and like makes it a whole like real reality show, I feel like just turned it into something completely different. So that's why for me going in, I was like, what am I gonna be? Like, who am I? Like,
Yeah.
what is my role in this season? But I like that there's people like Will and like Tasty that are kind of like oblivious to the
Yeah, that's-
whole thing.
Well,
I think that's
Like,
part of the
Bodhi's, like-
casting as well. Like everyone, you want that real like diversity of different people in
Yeah.
it, right? Because it'll be boring if everyone was the same. Like if
Yeah.
everyone was just trying to be a rat all the time, or if anyone was trying to be honorable all the time. Like
Yeah,
you got to have those different characters.
I know the
Very
Bodhi
fun.
dynamic is so good.
Yeah, everyone loves Bodhi. I would say he's probably like the most rooted for person this season. I
Oh,
would say.
absolute by miles. I would
Absolutely.
say.
Man.
How could you not? I mean, he's just being good at the game. Like you really can't
Yeah.
argue with that.
Yeah, true.
Has
That's
he-
literally it. Yeah.
He's never won Gillinor games, no?
No.
I don't think so.
No, so there's been that. This is the third season. The first season was in two big teams. Well, Beatty wasn't there. And then second season he was with Skill Specs. So you know, and then season 3, I don't know who wins, but I think Beatty's gonna win. Can't lie.
You don't know who.
I don't know who wins.
He
I
doesn't
left
want
the Discord.
spoilers. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
he got
spoilers.
kicked out.
I literally don't
He's
know.
booted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
How did you-
I was just gonna say that's a really good Twitter question. How does it feel losing to Tasty Life from YouTube and Gillinor Games? You have any thoughts
Really
on
good
that?
question.
Who asked that
Yeah.
question? Can you give us a name?
Seven Asti, whoever that is.
I don't know that guy. Who's
Never
that?
heard of him.
Who
It's-
mega
it's-
honestly.
Yeah. I was so sad when I went out. But it means, right, I just came 10th place. You guys are just really good. You're going to have to get voted out first week next time, I think. We're going to, you know, a big threat.
Godspeed us. You know?
Exactly.
Godspeed.
We'll have to come
Greg has a
forward.
question. I feel like we should get into it, but I have like
Yeah.
Okay.
I have two parts to this question. So Greg asked, "What's the story behind Snake Mission for season 2?" And then I'd also like to add, like, what made you want to do it? Like,
Why?
what was the
made
thought
you
process?
want to do it?
No,
That
really,
was-
because I feel like you were
yeah.
you were in a different show than everybody else was, and I feel like that takes a lot of guts to do, you know?
Yeah. Bellis messaged me one time. His girlfriend said, "What made Solar Mission so evil?" What's up with this guy? What the fuck? So, I think I just understood what Soup wanted a bit more from the very start. Like, because in the brief and stuff, they wanted like the challenge and Survivor, and just because I talked to him a bit more about it and like the confessionals, I just feel like I got it a bit faster than everyone else. And then I've always been like that with like games like Mafia, Werewolf. You know, the ones where like it's like a game about lying and stuff. I just love that shit. And if I play that with my friends, everyone will be like, "Oh yeah, like we don't trust you," sort of thing. It's
You
just
are
sort
not
of-
playing Among Us with us,
I
bro.
know.
Ever. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not playing Among
I know,
Us with
right?
you.
You know what?
Bro,
I've
come back,
never,
bro. I love that
I've
game.
never even played it. It's
Okay,
crazy.
fine, we'll play it with
It's
you.
a lot of fun.
Dude,
It actually is.
Getting
Like,
I was gonna say,
that would be my yeah. That would
that's
be
like us getting
my
AOC, like the level of like I don't know intelligence to play
AOC.
against. It'd be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, so I just really enjoyed those sort of like games where you can be slimy. I don't know. And then so where does Snake Mission come from? So it's specifically in season 2, what was happening was me and Guns Chili were messaging everybody and making friends with everybody, and no one else was really taking the initiative, right? Everyone's a bit shy and like it's like, what are they gonna do? They're not gonna message about alliances and stuff too much. And we ended up with a problem where we were essentially friends with everybody, and we won a week, and it was like, now we have to send 2 people home. And there were obviously teams we wanted to keep more than others, and what I did was, I was like, as soon as we won, because we win in Gillinor Games, we can't vote for anybody in the public vote. And in the public vote, all these people who were like teamed with me, who I'd been telling who to vote the entire time, they start getting their own little ideas of, oh, I think we're going to vote for this person this week. And I was like to Guns Chili, like, these motherfuckers think they can do what they want. Like, no. Like, we gotta put a stop to this. And so we said, how about we tell every single person who they're going to vote for, and we're the only people that know who voted for who, and we're going to tell them that. And if they don't vote the way we want them to, then we're going to send them into the banning with our automatic banning vote. So we essentially blackmailed everybody and to orchestrate it. So we got Framed and C Engineer versus Verf and Zulu in the banning, who we'd been like team with the entire time. So we completely snaked them. And that's like the main origin story of the snake. And then the week after, I think somebody might call me Snake Mission in a confessional. And then the week after was a from scratch challenge on new accounts. And my account was called Snake Mission. I just took the name. I was like Snake Mission, and I just kind of stuck from there. So that's where the Snake Mission comes from.
That's beautiful.
Do you feel like people that like watch Gielinor games get wrapped up into that really deep and actually don't like you? Do you ever think about that?
I guarantee
Yeah, it's
YouTube comments.
that's the problem. Some people do take it very literally, and yeah, like there's nothing you can do about that really. Like, yeah, you'll get the people telling you like, well, some guy was like, I wish your whole entire bloodline dies out. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
People get so into it, it's insane.
Like he typed out this whole like the paragraphs. Like I just never read my message requests on Twitter because like there's lots of love in there, but there's some fucking like dog shit. I swear. And,
We should make you do that
yeah,
on the cast today.
people
You're gonna pull
definitely
up some of
take
your
it.
best message requests and read them out
Yeah,
loud.
yeah. Go through the
Dude,
scroll
that
through
should
the
be a
DM.
segment.
We should have a
honestly.
Twitter segment
Isn't-
for that.
Yeah, because isn't there like a segment in like sporting events where it's like NBA players read hateful DMs? Like that would
Jimmy
be
Kimmel
such a...
does that, or somebody. He goes on their
Yeah,
show and
Jimmy
they
Kimmel, it's a
reading
skit he
hate
does.
comments.
just
Everybody-
read
yeah, it's-
comments about
yeah.
them. It's just so fucking
Hateful-
funny when they read
hateful
it out loud.
tweets.
That would be
Yeah,
a good
but-
post Gielinor games like segment to have. Like Gielinor games
Sure.
contestants read their DMs.
Good idea.
And just
Like, that's
That
a
would be
really
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be content.
But yeah, like people are always not going to get it right. It's just it comes with the territory of being a YouTuber. It's like my YouTube videos in general. People will just think I'm some like cringe, overhyped person. But if I'm
If
speaking,
you-
normally,
if
like,
you
if I
had
met any
to,
of them, it would be fine.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's the thing. If you meet them in real life, like no one's gonna fucking. be
And you know
mean.
what's super funny? I don't know if any of you guys have had this yet, but when you're about to be in a Discord call with somebody that's like left a flame comment, this has happened like 3 or 4 times to me. They've messaged me on Discord and be like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, man. I was just going through a terrible spot in my life and all this sort of stuff." If I've joined the same Discord as them, that's happened like 3 or 4 times. I was
Really?
like, yeah, it just
They,
comes.
they
Yeah.
cowered out.
That's
Not
most people,
surprised.
yeah.
No one's
How
ever
many-
apologized to
The
me.
Discord call, it's the cowardice. As soon
How
as
many
you get
fucking
a Discord
people
call,
you
they're like,
flamers
I'm
you got
sorry,
in
man.
with?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if you had to
What do you
describe YouTube comments in one word, what word would you use?
I actually don't dislike them as much as a lot of people do.
You don't have to.
Like
It's like
content.
one word if you had to pick one.
Funny, I think they're I think a lot of them are funny, but I don't go down to the dregs though. I don't scroll
yeah.
all the way down. I think that's the secret. You don't want to be going for the bottom of the barrel where people have disliked it, so you don't have to see it. I like reading the top few. I quite like it. I don't know.
That's a
mean,
huge
there's-
content idea for
There's
Soup,
bad
though.
ones, but
The bad comments. If you had all of you guys just like I just like think of It's Will just monotone reading just some terrible fucking comment. Like it'd be so funny. That'd be really good.
oh my god.
Yeah,
But yeah, like,
it would be
I read all the comments on the Gilligan Games ones, and there's some bad ones in there. I can't lie.
People
But you
get
got to remember
heated.
that there's like 400,000 people watching. Like, of all the people that watch, of all my fans, some of them are going to be bad people. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like
They're still watching.
any of you people that watch your stream, like some of them will be bad people. It's just how it is. But like,
Yeah.
it's part of it all.
Fuck them.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, baby.
That's true.
I feel like that's like a rite of
What's
passage for
the
every
problem?
creator, you know? It's like once you get a hater comment, like my first hater comment, I'm just like, dude, somebody hates me. Fuck yeah. This is sick.
Oh, dude.
Rent free, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's levels to it, really. I've never had it that badly because most people do get it right. But if you get involved in drama and stuff, like fuck, I've never been in like a big drama or anything, so
Hey, we
it
could
could
manufacture
get
one.
Nobody
do
here's
that
been
right
in
here,
drama
man.
ever.
Not a single person.
Yeah, go on. Tell us your hottest take about another creator. No, don't actually.
Oh, who do you hate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheating
Okay,
Sky. Oh my
Actually,
God.
just
That's a
say it,
fun
bro.
Yeah, he's the
question.
worst. Look, some of us don't ask to be in drama, okay? It just comes to us. It's not my fault, man.
I mean, yeah.
Alright, so.
I mean, you won at least.
What did I do, man? What did I
Pack
do?
watch, baby.
Good.
Whatever.
I have a good question from the Twitter thread Solo because I'm genuinely interested in the answer for this. Hootie asks, how would you
Oh, what was
describe
it?
your taste in interior decorating? Do you lean towards traditional, modern, industrial, or minimalist? How many RGB lights are on your PC setup?
RGB lights. My keyboard has like a red backlight to it, and my mouse has like a little thing on it. But that's
Dude.
about it. My
Okay,
computer
good.
doesn't. I like that. I'm not really in deep with that sort of stuff.
Fair.
And my interior design, like, bro, I don't know where this is coming from.
Step out of the frame.
Bro,
Let's see
look
what's
at his
really going
fucking
on
walls.
behind
There's
you,
literally
bro.
nothing
what's
on his
this
walls.
room?
Look at that
It
shit.
looks pretty minimalist.
Yeah.
Call
Pretty
it
minimalist.
minimalist.
Yeah, I'd say minimalist, but like we just rent this place. Like we've just not done anything to it since we moved in. So
Is
if
that
we
a
buy a
couch behind
house,
you?
like yeah, it is. It's a big, massive one. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah.
He puts
but
the
we're just-
tarp
we're just
over the
renting
couch
it.
and the walls when he hacks up the body so blood doesn't get everywhere.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but to be fair, I'm in our like lounge area now. Normally, I'm in like the second bedroom, and it's got like these really sort of old style looking like wooden bits of furniture. I think that's maybe where this is coming from. I don't know. Maybe he's
Gotcha.
wondering if I bought those or something, but I didn't. Is the answer to that.
Do you just like move your PC around when you feel like it?
Yeah, we're just like switching it up because like my girlfriend will be in here normally on the table, but I don't know, change the scenery in it.
Just move
That's
your whole
nice.
computer.
You're not like super articulate about your mouse or anything, like how things feel.
Oh no. I mean, I bought my PC in 2017. I think I bought the same mouse like 3 times since then. I just like, I'm not that into it really. Like, yeah, I probably have a terrible graphics card. I probably could upgrade all my stuff. I've got one screen, which people
One
are like
screen?
crazy.
Wait, you're a solo
people,
monitor
yeah,
guy?
people find it crazy because it's like it's my job to do this, but I don't know. I just never got the 2 screens.
Solo
If it ain't
monitor
broke,
mission,
don't fix
bro.
it.
Holy shit.
Solo man.
It's like relatively big though. It's like I don't know. It must be like 28 inches or something like that. I don't know.
It's a good size.
It's not like tiny.
Yeah, okay.
You can do
Acceptable.
enough. I feel like the 2 streams is more for streaming than for
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
need the
video
chat up
making.
on the side. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I
OBS
a
and
good point.
everything.
maybe I feel like a zoomer is saying this, but like, but I'm not. Like, I need to have stimulation while I'm playing RuneScape. Like, I can't sit down and just play RuneScape. I need to have a stream.
Oh no, I
or,
mean
like,
I
YouTube.
do. Yeah. Like
Okay.
I never sit there in silence.
Okay.
Psychopath energy.
He's not
Like,
actually
no.
a serial killer.
Yeah.
Well,
well,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Show us your
Ignoble
basic-
has to
confirm it.
watch those TikTok videos. That's the
Yeah,
video,
legit,
and then like the Minecraft speed running under it.
I watched so many fucking Family Guy clips just because I see like the Fruit Ninja shit going on
Family Guy
underneath it, bro.
Unreal.
We should try to base a podcast short with that under it. Put like some fucking GTA race under
Dude,
the
that'd be
under the shore.
hilarious.
It would work really well. Like Trackmania or something. That's what we
Just
should do.
randomly playing.
Why don't we just fucking put like it's like a Tob clip underneath it? Somebody doing Maiden at like in the bottom half, top half is us talking.
A clip of
A cold one
tasty soloing Tob. Yeah, or a cold one.
No way.
That would be crazy.
Are you a TikTok user, Solo?
no, I've never downloaded it.
Good,
No,
good.
can't
Stay
say
that
that.
way. Don't
Stay
do
on.
it.
Keep it that way for
Download
real.
it.
It's
Yeah.
awful, bro.
I try and keep like I don't know the distractions to a bit of a minimum. Like it's like the Twitter thing, right? When it's gone to like this fucking for you and following, I'm like always putting it on following and all that sort of stuff because I don't want to like spend too much time scrolling random stuff which
Yeah, you will.
isn't that relevant to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm not gonna. Okay, right. Maybe like people are gonna hate me for this, but I do use Reddit a fair bit. Can't lie.
That's
Like
okay.
just because you can
I-
follow all like the subs and all this sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
It's fine.
if I spend time on social media, I think that's YouTube. Well, YouTube is number 1 by far, and then like Reddit. I guess I scroll on that a little bit.
I want to know
get
your
it. I use
shots on
Pinterest. I'm guilty.
Okay, Jesus.
Pinterest.
What
I'm
the-
sure if solo missions were to comment on your Reddit thread, though, you'd be happy. You'd be like, solo mission just commented on whatever and left his big brain input. I'd be pretty
Yeah,
happy.
I never comment. I don't think I've ever left a comment. Ever.
Aw,
But
damn.
I just like. I think one thing about the internet, even if the information is wrong, what people think about the information is interesting. That's just always been interesting to me. I think that's one of the big value points of the internet. Like even with like fake news articles, it's like it's crazy just seeing how people react to stuff like underneath it, and I don't know, people bare their soul online. I'm like, bro, this is.
I feel like Twitter
interesting.
is, you see so much of that. You see people just like
Yeah.
acting wild and having like Twitter is a reason why I think certain people should not be allowed to have social media. Just like you need to have like a baseline level of IQ to be allowed to use this kind of media. And like Twitter obviously dude,
Baseline level of IQ.
there's some
What are we
fucking
thinking here?
It's the
goobers,
IQ
bro.
test on login. Like a
Not a
captcha
bad
or something.
idea, honestly.
There's
Bro,
some
now
people
Instead
with
of,
some
the are you,
interesting-
instead of the, like the are you a robot, it's like are you dumb as fuck?
Yeah.
Where you log in,
Solve
you
the
do a little
puzzles, man.
test. Yeah.
that would be a cool website idea to have like a not a paywall but like an IQ wall where it's like you can't view this website without having a proven
Shit.
test. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not a TikTok guy really. I
Fair.
just
Probably
think
for the best.
it's one of you could get sucked into it, couldn't you?
What about Vine?
Oh,
Did you ever
you do,
use
yeah.
Vine back in the day?
No, I didn't use that either.
Okay.
So he is a social.
I know, it's
So he
like-
is a serial killer.
Yeah,
Mm.
legit.
Who did you
That's
watch
me.
on YouTube before you started making videos? Like, was there somebody that made you want to do it?
So when I started YouTube, I actually recorded an entire Iron Man progress video and just never uploaded it. And then 1 year later, I was just recording my Deadman clips just to watch. It's like nice to watch what you've done in the game.
Yeah.
And then I've said this on the Save cast before, but I naively was like, oh, this shit seems easy. That's why I'd watched a frame video and I was like, oh, this was shit. Like, I'm getting way better clips than this. And obviously that's an insane take. And there was no, like, my video
I mean,
was
Frame does make it look
completely
really
terrible.
easy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's part of the skill. It's like, it all
Yeah.
goes together so well. And so that made me start uploading that sort of stuff. And yeah, I was like, oh, I may as well document my Iron Man progress and things. And then it's just nice to look back over things, really. And like, yeah, that's what another massive reason I prefer YouTube over Twitch. It's just you just have that permanent record of like something you've made. Like I can go back 5 years and watch my videos now and be like, oh shit, damn, you used to be funny. Like, what the fuck?
What happened now?
Oh, like that sort of stuff. But I must have just had a sort of a predisposition to it because me and my brother used to have like these PK twins in 2009, and we used to upload the clips to YouTube, like not with any voice or anything like that, just like the YouTube copyright-free music.
That's so cute.
We used to do that.
Adorable.
So yeah, and it was funny because when I was getting into YouTube as a solo mission, like some of those videos have like 15k 20 views on them, and I'm like, shit, I would love to get like 15k views on a video right now. Like, I
Damn.
wish it was popping up. But yeah, it's weird, different time, strange. Yeah.
I guess we can jump into another Twitter question.
go for it.
If anybody else
Also-
wants to, I have one that I don't know if anyone wants to ask it, but from my friend whose name is Lopsy, asks a very important question.
I know
Is
him.
is the name Solo Mission short for Single Player Missionary? How does that work? Do you tie the pocket pussy to the bed, or is it a real doll? Do you got any tips to make the experience less lonely? Eyes emoji.
Oh my god.
Really
What
good
do I even say
question.
to that?
Thanks, Lofty. Thanks for the question.
Thank you so much, Lopsy, for the comment. Thank you.
Oh god. You know what? I've thought about that like solo missionary, but I've literally no one's ever said it before. He's like the first guy that said it.
Well, I've
in
seen
all
the
these
kind of
years.
guy to say that.
Incredible.
Okay, wait,
I was
wait.
like some creativity.
Where did the
That-
name come from?
I was gonna say that does bring a good question. Yeah, like where
Solo
does the name
Mission.
where does it come from?
It's-
Oh, yeah, there we go.
It's quite boring. It was just the name of my Iron Man when I made an Iron Man in 2016 or whatever it was. So
God, that's
yeah.
such a bad
I-
origin story.
I know, it's so boring. I kind of like the name though. Like I quite like the name.
It's a good
hold
name.
on.
It's
It
really
has
good
a ring
name.
to
Oh,
it.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's a great
it's
name.
very-
That's an OG name. It's just
So-
I was expecting more than just this is
I
just
know,
be my old
it's just
Iron
like
Man.
so boring. though.
You
Yeah.
can make shit up, dude. No one really
Yeah,
cares.
you need to make
Just-
something
yeah,
up. Make
just-
something cool
Yeah,
up.
you need a new origin
Yeah,
story.
so I like hiked through like the Middle East all on my own. It was
There you go.
terrible
Now we're
You could have been a
good.
missionary. Yeah, it's
I was
perfect.
Exactly.
talking.
Yeah. Yeah, converting people to RuneScape along the way. Like, yeah, it's a good time.
Damn.
You've probably like slightly answered this before, but was there a point in your content creation career, and I've kind of asked people this before, but where you noticed that you were like, okay, this is not just like a little gig on the side, and I'm here to stay. Yeah.
A specific, maybe the turning point for me was definitely Leagues One because it was just like a next level of like popping off for me. And I was like, oh my God, I just pulled 2 million views in 2 weeks. That's insane compared to everything else I was doing before. So obviously the money that comes with that, it was like in December as well. And like, shit, this is a big month financially. And so I'd say that was the turning point where I was like, yeah, this is like gone really, really well. And like, it's because over that year when I graduated, there were like, it was up and down, and it was sort of, you know how it is, like, it's difficult when you're like, can I justify doing this as a full-time thing? Because like money matters at the end of the day, right? And I just remember there have been times when, you know, when YouTube put that feature on where it's like 1 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 on your videos.
Oh
So
yeah.
that got introduced in 2019. Like, like one of the worst things ever. You can't even hide it on your dashboard.
Oh,
Either.
that thing
It's
is
like, it's fucked.
I dread looking
Yeah.
at that thing, bro.
And
Even when it's like good, it's like, oh.
yeah, I just remember going back to like feeling super shit in the summer of 2019 where Deadman was never coming back. And I'd had 5 10 out of 10s in a row. And on the 5th one, I had half a bar of dislikes because I slightly clickbaited. And like the comments were like terrible. I was like, fuck, this is like the pit. This is the pits. I went like, when I talked to Reese about YouTube, I'm like, this is the trenches, lads. We're in the trenches right now. But then my
you
next,
overcame, yeah.
it's crazy because my next video is my third highest viewed of all time. So
What's your
it's
most
one of
viewed
those. It's 24 hours making money from scratch where I just play the game and then get a nightmare drop at the end. It's like shit.
They love those videos.
YouTube watchers are a bunch of frogs, is what it sounds like. What the fuck?
They are, yeah. I do call them YouTube frogs, not derogatorily, but
I mean it in a derogatory way.
Yeah. But you got to remember, just from the sheer volume of people watching YouTube, most viewers are quite newbie, really. So
yeah,
you've really got to keep that in mind when you're making content. Like, you don't want to over-explain and like go into like the ticks and all this sort of stuff too much because people just get lost, don't they? That's an easy trap to fall into.
Fair.
But yeah, I'd say my definitely made it thing was, well, the RuneFest before that, when people coming up to me and be like, yeah, I like the content, and then Leagues, and then since that Leagues one, I've been like doing super well. I don't know. That was the point of no return, I reckon.
Dope.
Yeah. But I mean, there's also several small things along the way. It's hard to tell. Like, it's like 4 years ago now. Like, I don't know.
I gotta
Like, getting Jagex recognition for anything is amazing. So
True.
I think my first one was getting invited to that Dead Man to play on stage. I think that was the first time. Got the Chris Archie follow in the DM, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, this is so. It's like super exciting. Like, you know, something's coming. Like, old school RuneScape's just followed you. I'm like, oh my god, this is like super nice. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah. So maybe that like when I look back and think like one of the happiest things I felt in terms of like success was like something like that. It's like really nice.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I was kind of reaching to see. I was like, sure, there was like a moment before like you really popped where you were like, okay, I can do this, and things will happen because they obviously did.
Yeah.
I got a follow-up question that doesn't follow anything. What are your thoughts on shrooms?
Shrooms. I haven't done shrooms, but I think I'm open to it though.
Tennessee, baby.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Sorry. I mean,
Allegedly.
I think just after talking to Sater and hearing everything about Sater, I don't know. My mind is like,
Sater's a good salesman.
Yeah, he's pitched it so well. It's still in my mind. Like months later, I'm just thinking about like, damn, I want to do shrooms.
A life-changing pod. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like I was talking about like all those weird drugs in like South America, like the ayahuascas and all these sort of things that have just been like used for hundreds of years, and there's obviously something to it, and like it's just interesting to know that there's I don't know. You can experience all these different things that are out there, but
Would
I haven't
you
done shrooms.
would you do a ayahuasca trip?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think I'd go for it.
That
It
shit's
sounds
wild.
interesting,
Like
doesn't
it's like a week-long trip, and you take it, you like puke a bunch of times. It's supposed to be like, it's very taxing on
Yeah,
your
but-
body.
Yeah, but like it just sounds crazy. I don't know, just from the things I've watched.
You say your girlfriend's interested in doing shrooms as well, or no?
Yeah, yeah. She loves like just like she's really interested in like the psychology of it all and like yeah, lots of stuff. We were watching something. I don't know if you guys have heard about this like. Oh, what's the name of it now? I think there's a colloquial name for it. It's in like Colombia. It's like devil dust or something. And like it sounded so crazy that I thought I thought it was bullshit. But it's like yes, that one, yeah.
Yep.
And they use it and
Like that shit at Hogwarts.
Why do you know this
it's
shit, bro?
You'd be surprised what I know.
Yeah, I'm surprised every day,
hold
man.
on,
this
hold
guy's
on.
been watching Vice documentaries.
I've had my days, you know.
I love
Tasty
Vice
looks like a
docs.
Vice fucking journalist, bro. Like a guy, bro. This man's writing a piece right now, dude.
So I might explain this really poorly, but essentially it's a drug where you don't take it for pleasure, you take it to manipulate people. I mean, this is not good for my brand right now. I can't believe I just said that.
This is
Oh
the
my god, it's
GG
perfect
serum.
for
Motherfucker's
you.
interested.
Holy shit.
He's acting like he
serum.
doesn't know what it is, bro. Right.
Yeah, so Gilligan Games. Yeah, no, but what people will do is they'll blow it in someone's face. The victim will inhale it, and they'll become sort of compliant to what the assailant wants to do. So people use it to steal someone's money. They'll be like, walk them to a cash point, take out all the money and just give it to me, and they'll just be compliant. They'll do it. There was someone in the documentary which ransacked her boyfriend's flat and then gave the money that he had in savings. And there's like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, to me, that sounds like complete bullshit.
Where's
but
this happening? Where's this happening at
in,
again?
in Colombia, they were saying. I don't know, Tasty. I don't know if you know more than me, but it sounded like bullshit to me. But at the same time, like,
I've
was a lot
So
of-
it's
Yeah.
it's exaggerated a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
not like totally off.
Was this your article that you wrote, bro?
It's a scopolamine is a deliriant, so it removes you from reality. Like it's different than a hallucinogen or anything like. It's different from like ketamine or something like that, which you're British, so you know what that is. It's literally a deliriant, which is not a class of drugs that people commonly do. Like they're not fun. Like no one, no one really does them for fun, especially because they're like dangerous. They can kill you and stuff like that. It basically like makes your brain shut down, and yeah. But yeah, you're very suggestible under the influence of scopolamine, so people will use it for stuff like that. It's called like a truth serum, but yeah.
Someone just rip a question. If someone wants to like go ahead and grab one.
Favorite vacation you've had? From Good Day Cows.
Jesus
Notorious
Christ. Oh,
for
yeah.
a buyer.
Okay,
Tell
I
me,
mean, I've
Mike.
kind of talked about it a little bit already, but it's unfair with the East Coast trip because it was 5 weeks. So that's probably number one. But then I have a lot of European trips, and then we went with Blazers to Florida. That was also very good. I went to Portugal with all my university friends right after graduation, which was sick. And yeah, Greece very good with my girlfriend. Croatia as well. Really enjoyed that one.
Where'd you go in Croatia?
We did Dubrovnik, Split, the Plitvice Lakes National Park, and then Zadar. So it's like
I'm going there in
we
June.
do a few
Bro,
different.
I feel like you're just
different
making
bits.
words up right now.
Oh yeah, it's super nice. Yeah, I just be like bullshit completely.
Just syllables.
But yeah, but I've lived all my holidays for different reasons, really. Like I don't know, I'd go on 3 holidays a year if like it could be organized, but it's not really that feasible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it kind of is if I just went alone, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
It's hard to organize things.
Do you do like meetups with other RuneScape creators in person, like in
Oh my
Europe and
god.
stuff?
We're so bad in the UK, I feel I feel like, because we really don't live that far apart from each other. So we did but Mason came over and we met up in Manchester. Like that was me, Torvesta, Reese, Rigendal, Beardy. Oh my god, I'm gonna feel so bad. Obviously, Brooke was there with Mason and Brooke. Oh, I'm gonna forget someone. I think that was it though. I think that
He
was it.
forgot you. That means
They
you're
won't
not
know, they won't know.
important, and he doesn't like you. as a
He doesn't
person.
care about you.
Damn,
Nobody
dude.
cares about you, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I met up with Reese a couple of times in the summer. Me, Rixie, Reese, Lincoln Rog were in Birmingham. We got an Airbnb. We went to Insomnia. So yeah, a little bit, but not as much as like if someone invited me to something, I'd say yes. Like realistically, but like it's not. I don't think people are as close over here as like maybe you guys. I mean, you guys like are the gold standard, right, for like meeting up and stuff. Like
You're doing a pretty
aren't-
good job.
people aren't doing it on that level, you know. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right.
in the past, everyone's relied on RuneFest, and that was every year, and everyone could just go to that, and that's easy. And you meet at Deadman stuff, and that I play tested Rage 3. That's like meeting people from RuneScape as well. So I got to meet Atikon there, all the J mods again. So I play tested Rage 3 twice. So that's like 6 days worth of meeting up with people. So yeah. Now I'm actually saying it like a decent amount. But obviously it's been COVID and stuff, right? So that was not great. But yeah. I feel like I feel like we should make more of an effort though. I don't know.
You should. Do you go to like festivals and shows ever? I feel like a lot of UK people tend to meet up that way.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a festival goer now, but like, yeah, I haven't done that much. Sort of, I've been on my grind really with like RuneScape stuff.
Okay.
But I'd be down to go to that sort of stuff, 100%.
Speaking
That's more of
of
my uni days vibes. But I like,
Speaking
I'm
of-
still down. Sorry.
No, you're good. Of festivals and
Sorry.
everything. Speaking of festivals and everything, this is maybe a somewhat intrusive question, but like, what's your music taste like?
Intrusive.
I don't know. I don't
Bro.
know.
How dare you ask me?
They're gonna ask some wild
know, some
shit.
people
and
might
you're
not
just
wanna
like,
talk
"Oh,
about-
Would
I
you
don't
like
know."
music?
Yeah,
So
what
can
We
do you
literally
like?
asked him Lopsy's question about
drill
like.
Okay, you're right. We did just have the Lopsy question of him asking the actual intrusive
Oh,
question.
God.
My apologies. Yeah, what do you
Yeah,
like to listen to?
we're gonna have to cut this from the podcast. I don't know, like all over the place. I think because of the music in my videos, I think people think that I'm more into music and more knowledgeable about stuff than I am, but I'm really not. Like on my Spotify Wrapped, it'll be old stuff like 2000s Kanye and stuff like that, like pop music. Really, there's
valid
nothing
for
that
that.
nothing that crazy interesting. Like I don't stick to one sort of. I don't know. I just cycle through loads of different shit. Old hip hop, I quite like old hip hop, like Eminem, like Dr. Dre, all those
Like
sort of ones.
80s rap or like
Okay.
90s,
like
2000s?
That's
like
probably
90s,
2000s.
So like MF
Yeah.
Doom
Best.
kind of vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, that sort of
50
stuff.
Cent.
Yeah, and well, just anything like some dance music from the early 2000s. But I mean, it's easier to say like what I wouldn't listen to. So I wouldn't listen to like heavy metal, not really rock music, not really like techno. That's like too
Aw.
hard for me. I don't know how people just sit there so just listening
You
to
like the techno,
bro.
lad?
Or like hard
like
style.
techno,
That's not really like. I just like fun music. I don't listen to sad music at
Hey.
all, really.
Take some more ketamine and then you like the techno.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a time and a place. Like I can see how
Yeah.
it's all right when you're like at a club night or something, but I'm not. I don't know.
When you're
That's
driving
when
to
chill, bro.
So when you're gaming, like when you're locked in, mid leagues, trying to do some crazy shit, what's the like? Is there a go-to at all for like background noise or music? Do you put on like a show or music?
I never have a go. Well, what in terms of a show or music? YouTube video. Watch a lot of YouTube videos, and some music as well. Podcasts are quite big. Like I spend a lot of time listening to podcasts. I've probably listened to a fair few of the bass casts. I can't lie. The Sebe casts. I listen to some like politics podcasts in the UK. One about people with their upcoming businesses and stuff. Just a variety of different things. I do enjoy podcasts.
Question
Cool.
on podcast: what is your of the base cast you listened to? What was your which one did you like the most? What's your most favorite?
Oh my god! Wait, let me get the page up.
Ooh.
Let me
The full
see.
catalog.
Curious.
No, because I don't want to wrong someone, you know. I don't want to wrong.
He's gonna like
someone.
randomly pick one, like, oh fuck, I haven't seen
If
any
he
of these.
doesn't
Just
pick
like...
your
No,
ass,
I
he hates
no,
you, man.
like, I mean, shit. Who am I gonna like piss off the most? I did quite like the Elliot one. I thought he was
He's a good
a
one.
really good guest. Obviously, I always love Eviescape and Hootie. They're really good. But when I'm looking at, I've watched a lot of these, like the full red bar. You know, when it shows how much you've watched
Mhm.
to the end. The 9 Rain one was good. Yeah, it's just nice to stick them on. And like you guys are, it's people talking about stuff that I'm interested in as well. Like we're all RuneScape content creators. The struggles, the good things, the bad things. Oh, the Save one. Actually, I think the Save one was my favorite.
The first or second one.
Whichever. Oh,
The second
this
one
is-
is where
this
the one
is-
talking
this
about
is-
mushrooms.
The mushroom one.
Yeah.
No, the mushroom. Oh, I can't remember which one it was, but like, there's
Mushrooms in the
this
first
is
one.
this is gonna sound really bad. I like there's no hate to virgins. When Save said he was a virgin and like Nick
That
was
was the
like,
first one.
"What?"
That was the first one.
That
That
was
was
the
the
first
I
first
one.
don't know why, I just found that so funny. Like, I don't mean that as flame at all. Like, I
No.
just like the shock was like it just made
No,
me
it
laugh.
hit all of
It
us. I was
funny.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I definitely.
But I really enjoy.
reacted.
Yeah, I really enjoy the Save ones. I mean, I enjoy the Save cast as well. Like, I think I've listened to every single episode of that. Maybe I'll skip
Yeah.
on a few guests, but not
Same,
too
yeah.
often.
Yeah, I skipped the Qniques cast too. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that one sucked.
No, I've listened to when all you guys have been on Save. You've all been on Save cast. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah,
you have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
have,
have.
Yeah.
Nice.
twice.
We're all
Actually.
alumnus of the Save.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
I hope he makes
I'm
another
twice,
like.
no way.
I want him to make one of those big old poster thingies that he made for everyone else or
That was
whatever.
so cool. Yeah.
I think he will. I think he will.
I
He's like
hope.
2. I think he's 2 years done. So we'll do like a year 1, and then a year 2. I'd imagine.
year 2, yeah.
So,
I have
Should be year two.
that's cool.
I have a question here from Mr. Yace. We're always making fun of your food choices over there, so I figured I'd ask this one. You die tomorrow. You have 1 meal. What's it gonna be?
Oh, this question, bro. And then the next bit is like, why are you on death row?
Well, I'm not, you don't have to explain what you're dying for. Just tell me what you're eating. That's all I'm curious
Like, what the fuck? Oh,
about. I mean, we've
yeah.
made a couple jokes about you killing people, but it's okay.
Yeah, like, what?
They found the bodies in your basement. What do you eat?
They found all the bodies. Because I saw this and I was like, what am I gonna say? And I was like, fuck, I don't know. We like lots of different food, all different cuisines. A really good curry is really nice. Like Indian is.
You can eat
like,
curry before you die?
What's wrong with
Damn
that?
it!
Good.
Bro.
I don't know.
What
He
yeah,
almost
they-
like,
I
what
mean,
the fuck, dude?
That's what you're trying to
If
say,
it's a
bro.
comfort food, if that's his comfort food before he dies, let him eat it, bro.
Fine. I'm making this about me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're being culturally insensitive right
Yeah,
now.
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
Dude,
sorry.
Yeah.
wait. Solo, I have a
Anything,
question.
I
Is
don't
like
know.
I heard that the British claim that one of their dishes is like chicken tikka masala or some shit like this. Like some or butter chicken is like a British dish or something.
It's supposedly they're like supposedly they're English, like they're made in England, like Balti and stuff like that.
Huh?
It's like Tex-Mex.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah.
Tax Max.
It's like hybrid
That's
food,
funny.
you know?
I don't know. I've never been to India. Like I don't know.
I guess I got.
I
Yeah,
don't know what like, actual Indian food's like. If it's like the British Indian food or not.
That's fair. That's fair. I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure like if it is actually its own sort of cuisine here. Because there's like different types of Indian restaurants though, right? Like India's massive. Like there's like
Yeah.
yeah.
My
like
first
oysters?
job was in a Punjabi restaurant. I feel like English Indian food is like kind of just like a little milder. You know?
Yeah. Oh, it would definitely
Yeah.
be milder. That's for sure.
A lot milder.
Bro,
Yeah.
I've been to like British Indian places here, like in America, and it's like it's a little weird because you're like, you get whatever Indian dishes you want, but the issue is there's like pictures of colonial dudes on the wall. It's
What?
it's like
Wait, are they run by like Indian heritage people?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. They just
White
they're just like it's like colonial style restaurant. And then there's like fucking white dudes on the wall and like other, you know, just, it's weird. It's very
What
weird.
Indians are you going to, bro?
I don't know where the fuck I'm going, bro.
Yeah, why would you even go there? I feel like you have. I mean, you probably know some
Because
really
the
good
chicken
places
tikka
that aren't.
masala's bomb, bro.
What do you mean he knows some really good places? What are you trying to? Come
What are
Whoa.
we
He's
insinuating?
talked about it before.
Whoa. Nah, the food is good. That's why I go back. But it's still weird to
Just
look at the
catching
wall and be like,
strays.
huh.
Yeah.
It's like very, yeah, I don't know, colonial style. And just like, I don't, it's a little weird.
What is
but-
going
That's what I'm
on
saying.
here?
I'm
What?
surprised you'd go
Strange,
there
that's a
good
with your
That
vast
means-
knowledge of you know your culture
just-
and food.
They bought a different restaurant and they didn't change that part of the restaurant.
Probably not. Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
probably true.
100%.
They turn the old Cracker Barrel into
A renovation
fine Indian
issue, possibly?
establishment.
A Cracker Barrel.
They did.
Bro,
they
when we're in
converted the
Tennessee,
Cracker
when we're in
Barrel.
Tennessee, we have to go to Cracker Barrel at least one time.
Of course.
Yeah, we can take-
I'll 100% down. I love Cracker
All the
Barrel.
all the people that aren't from America will be like, "What is this establishment?"
I just
bro?"
love the gift shop. I just want to go to the gift shop.
So good.
The
They
gift
have
shop
so
is
many
goated.
Squishmallows.
Love the gift
Have you
shop.
heard
Oh
of
my
a Cracker
gosh.
Barrel, Solo?
I've heard you talk shit about it before, I swear, or someone's talked like shit about it before.
Yeah,
Is it just
no,
like
it's
a
not
really
like a
shitty
fine
restaurant,
establishment. It's like
Yeah.
a shitty kind of roadside.
It's
the
like
food's
a-
not terrible.
Don't say shitty.
not bad.
It's
No,
not
it's
It could
bad.
be
It's like,
decent.
it's like a
It's
Waffle
It's
House.
tasty. Okay,
It's a
listen,
tier above
tasty
Waffle
strawberry.
House.
Bougie
Tier above
Waffle
It's
Waffle
House.
tasty. It's shitty.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah, bro. I've eaten at a few Michelin restaurants now, and I'll say that some of the places that we'll go in Gallenberg are unique, and they're not obviously going to be at that level, but there's some really good places.
Different though.
Trust.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
it's-
want
it's a different kind of food.
Michelin-starred fried chicken. You want filthy, fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than
fried chicken.
I mean, there's good fried chicken there, but there's a lot of other stuff too. It'll be good. A lot of soul food. It'll be good. You'll like it. Maybe change your opinion. Maybe we'll see. I'll try.
Yeah, you guys bash on the UK food though. I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
would.
that,
I
for
would. I
sure.
would eat the beans on the toast if I was given the
Beans
opportunity.
and beans
I
on
would,
toast,
yeah.
Are there? Wait. Okay.
Fish
Since
and
we're on the
chips.
subject of food in UK and America, are there fat people in the UK? Like,
Oh
how many-
yeah.
like-
What question is that, Nick? God
no,
damn it,
bro, that's not that stupid of a question.
Yes, it is. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're all
That's a
obesity
stupid
is way
question, Nick.
more.
That's a stupid
Listen,
question.
Yeah.
obesity is way more of a problem in America than I guarantee you it is in the UK. I'm just curious
Yeah,
how
it-
frequently you see fat
It
people.
is, yeah. So it's like I'd say like the ultra fat people is way more in America, but like there's still quite a few fat people in the UK. Like it's probably as nations go, it's probably quite an overweight nation. I would say.
Are you allowed to
No.
throw small rocks at them, or is that just something we do here?
Run, wench!
I'm done asking questions.
I'm sorry.
I think
quite a
that's
question.
that is it's super noticeable. Like I don't know if, like how many places you guys have been into like Europe or in Asia or something, but like the people are a lot
Bro,
healthier looking.
you are a
I'd say.
lot.
Solo mission.
better.
that's
Solo
what I was
mission.
gonna say.
Solo mission. If I took you to a Golden Corral in Tennessee, you would be terrified, bro.
We're going
You'd be
to a Golden
Is
Corral.
that
You'd have
Jabba
to
the
hold
Hutt?
him, bro.
Is that Jabba the Hutt and his family over there? What is happening, bro? It is
The whole Hutt family.
The whole Hutt family's pulled up at the Golden Corral, bro.
Dude, I don't know
we're
what the hell
going.
they put in our food, but you could go to Europe and eat the exact same things in the exact same quantities and lose weight. Like I swear to God, they put some weird
Probably.
shit in our food here, dude.
It was noticeably different. The food definitely tasted
Chemicals.
unhealthier there, and like it just like the whole society. I just feel like it's geared differently towards food. I don't know. Like I said before, the
Yeah.
vegetables just weren't cheap. Like a bag of. I don't know if I was just in the wrong shop. Like a cucumber was like $2. I was like, bro, should cost like 50 cents equivalent or whatever.
It's the government. They
But
want
it
us
shouldn't
fat. They
be
want us
that
fat,
high.
weak, out of shape when they take over. What it is.
Yeah. Oh, but the thing is with the US as well, I just was never sure like what sort of supermarket I was going to. So we went to like loads of the different ones. And but like wait, what is the go-to? If you had the choice of going to a supermarket, what would you go to? Like in terms of like value
they're
for
usually
money.
they're usually
Trader
pretty
Joe's.
local is the thing. Like there's
Right.
not
Trader
a lot
Joe's.
that are actually nationwide.
Trader
but
Joe's.
Trader
Trader
Joe's
Joe's.
is like
I thought
the
that was
hip
good.
one. That's a good one.
I thought Trader
I love
Joe's was
Publix.
good. Okay.
Publix is great. Shout out to Publix.
Food Line Publix is is too too
Oh,
expensive
we
now.
went there.
I
We went there
shop at
too.
Sprouts, which is like a Trader Joe's basically.
Right. Okay.
If you
Except
want some more,
5 times the price.
yeah, I was gonna say.
It's Sprouts compared to Trader Joe's, is not it's about the same.
Trader
price.
Joe's is dirt cheap. That's like the cheapest place you can go.
It's not that cheap.
Yeah.
Sounds
We had some we got some really nice bread from Whole Foods, but that's like the
Yeah.
like
Oh,
the
Whole
Whole Foods is a
is
bougie
like-
as fuck.
That's like Trader Joe's except 5 times. Right?
Yeah.
Whole Foods, like if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
walk in there, you see like 45-year-old women who are just like stay-at-home moms, just going around buying. shit
Yeah,
all
it'll
the
be
time.
like
It's that.
Waitrose in the UK. We'd call it Waitrose. So,
Waitrose. I remember
good.
there was a Whole Foods right next to the office that I used to work at. I got paid like $16 an hour when I worked at this place, and my coworker convinced me to go to the food bar at Whole Foods for lunch. I ended
Oh,
up
no.
getting like a tray of food and like a juice, and I spent like a day and a half's wages on my lunch. And it's too late to like
Dude, that is the
put it back. I was like, well, here's my credit card.
I hate thinking about that when you go out for lunch on the job. When you have an hourly job, you're like, ah, cool. I'm gonna drop 3 hours of work at my lunch.
Oh,
my
no.
Yeah,
God.
that's agonizing.
I hate that.
Yeah, when you have an hourly rate as well, when you can literally do the maths. At least we can't do the maths.
That's what I'm saying. I have no
true.
idea.
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah.
Wow, this meal
Facts.
cost me 5 gifted subs.
I should say that more, bro.
Oh, now
Like,
I'm
thanks
for the-
converted. Now I can't
That's the
stop thinking
unit
about
that
it.
everyone has to use. It's funny.
Speaking of, Qneeks is starving. Subscribe to the Patreon today to feed him. He's going to die.
Oh yeah, did we plug
Please.
that
Shout
this
out
time?
to Patreon,
I don't know if we
yeah.
plugged it yet.
Yeah, shout out. We got our first Patreon supporter. Pretty cool.
Woo!
Shout out.
Who are they?
Wait,
Zaddy. Big up
Let's go,
Zaddy.
Zaddy.
Thanks for watching.
Wait.
Thanks for the support. You're a beast.
there's 2 patrons, bro. I just pulled it up.
Oh, there's 2.
Who's
Really?
We have
second?
2 patrons. Oh my god, dude, we're rolling. it, bro.
Wow.
Let's
No
fucking go.
way, bro.
You're
This
gonna
is
have
real.
a
Grab
done
the
in
second.
Hey,
your
bro,
honor,
you
bro.
just went
About that-
from a McDouble to a McGangbang.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Bearded Grills.
Oh, Beard
Appreciate it.
Grill.
Oh, yeah, I
Big
know.
man. I
Beard
like
Grylls.
him. He's a good guy.
That's cool.
Nice guy.
Good man.
They get a big shout out. I'm expecting infernalcape.com to be the next one.
If,
Yeah,
Some
and-
good
If they were wise, they
will
would.
say yes, you know.
If you
Bro.
subscribe at tier 3, Tasty will do your Infernal Cape. Heard it here, folks.
Allegedly.
Bro, if Leech
Oh,
PA throws us a bunch of money, I'm 100% chilling that shit. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's like fair game.
Legal, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have one Twitter question I wanted to ask. Let me find it again. It struck me as interesting for you specifically, because like
Right.
full-time YouTuber, you don't even stream, you just YouTube. Where the fuck is this question? What would you do in the game if you weren't making videos?
Ooh,
Do you still play
that was a
RuneScape?
question. Oh, what? Sorry, what currently? What do I do if I'm not making videos?
Yeah, like what if you from this point forward never made another YouTube video, what would you do in RuneScape?
I'd play way less because I'd obviously be doing something else, right? I'd have a job or like be doing my own thing, so I wouldn't be putting
Theoretically,
like I wouldn't be putting too much time into RuneScape. But I think I'd still play new updates for the day that they came out, play the leagues, play the Deadmans, and do a little bit of Last Man Standing, and that would probably be about it. And keep up with. I'd keep up with my Grandmaster, so I'd do the new tasks when that came out.
Ah, there you go.
I couldn't see myself doing much more outside of that, to be honest. Even that, like, if what I was doing next, I really got into it, I could see myself never logging in again. Which is like,
Sheesh.
you've got to remember, I've got tens of thousands of hours in the game, so right, I've played it in so many different ways, like.
Yeah.
But
fair enough.
I do really enjoy RuneScape, but like I don't know, there's a lot of things to do out in the world.
It's a big
So-
world out there, huh?
It is a big world out there.
you mentioned you've done like a lot of stuff in RuneScape, and this comes into like one of the questions, like second part to one of the questions someone asked. Like you've done a lot of different series and played the game different ways, right? What was one of the series that you love making, and the one that you absolutely fucking hated?
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I hated any of them because I wouldn't have done it, right? Like, imagine that sort of prison you're putting yourself in if you're hating the series you're making. But I would say a love-hate series was PvP Hardcore Iron Man, because you can't, if you think about it, the people hunting you. I mean, I was hunting other people as well at the same time, so I know exactly what goes into it. They like have your account linked to high score trackers. So if you log out, it gets updated with the XP from that login, and they will like science the fuck out of it to decide what you've been doing, where you are, all that sort of thing. And you're on PvP worlds, so you're super limited to what you can do already because things are dangerous. and then you can't. The most frustrating thing was you can't log out and take a break until you're done with doing what you're doing for the day. So say if I was doing an Inferno task, like I can't log out mid Inferno because I know that that's going to be super obvious that I'm doing that. So I have to get it done in one go. Or if I'm doing some God Wars dungeon, like my Ziliana kill count's going up, I'm going to log out after 10 KC. They're going to camp that for 3 days and I can't do it anymore. So it was just super hard because as you're trying to make videos, you're trying to build a narrative around the video. Like we're trying to get this item in this video. We're doing this for this reason. But then if the people that are hunting you find out the reason that you're trying to go for this thing or like what you're going for, it just makes it super hard. So it was stressful. And then there's like scout bots like in all the banks looking for you. And yeah.
That does sound stressful.
Yeah, it's like you can never chill. And like a lot of the times when I play, I'll like do some kind of AFK, so I can like watch videos or just like have my legs on the desk or whatever. But that's not a thing in PvP hardcore, man. You have to be like super ready at all times to get out. So as much as I love that series, when it ended, I was a bit relieved. I can't lie because
Yeah, that sounds really weird.
yeah. And as the one things I love the most, leagues definitely. Super different way to play the game, and because I'm generally at the front of the pack, I get to use all these relic combinations for the first time. So it's like I just love that I'm in my element, like testing out all the different combos. Like, oh, this might be useful doing this, and no one's there because I'm the first one to do it. So that is super fun and exciting, and that's part of the motivation I have for going so hard because it's so enjoyable. Because you've literally never seen a scythe hit 6 times in one swing in RuneScape. It's just so different and really enjoyable. So I'd say Leagues is my favorite. And when's Leagues 4 coming out, Jagex? Like hurry the fuck up.
Do you have any predictions on the future of leagues in terms of what they're gonna do?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's anything in the pipelines, which is quite annoying for me because it's one of those things. It's like, oh, that's one of my things,
Yeah.
and it's like it's being ripped away again.
They're really taking away all your things. Huh?
Yeah, they say
Yeah.
fuck Deadman,
Oh my
fuck
God.
leagues,
And
fuck
like
solo
with
mission.
my pure Iron Man as well, that was geared to doing Bounty Hunter, and so I used to PK for those emblems and trade them in for stuff for my pure Iron Man and get lots of money per hour doing that. Then Bounty Hunter got scrapped as well.
I hope it comes
They
back.
should be. Yeah, I think in the
Surely.
summit they said something
It was
about
gonna
it.
come back, yeah.
Yeah,
Dynamite just
Oh
come
my
back,
God, yeah.
I think
And
just
then
with
it's getting,
untradables.
but it's getting deleted again after that though. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, probably.
They're like
Shit's
watching the
It'll
solo
be good
mission
for a video,
videos. They're
though.
like, damn, he's having fun. Fuck that. It's like we're out.
I mean, isn't
Wait.
Torvesta's video like the reason that the last Bounty Hunter got shut down?
I'd say it's a large part of it because when you shine that much of a light on an issue, not that people can't think for themselves, but when they've just been exposed to an opinion, they're automatically way more likely to hold it. And then everyone's like, Bounty Hunter's so fucked, it's broken. Like, yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's just really poorly designed.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go into it, but yeah, they just dropped the ball massively. Yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
is. I
nice.
think it's weird that they haven't said anything about a leagues. I don't know when they usually tease at that type of stuff, but you figured you would have heard something at the Winter Summit that they had a couple
Well,
months ago.
they said it's definitely not in the first half of 2023. So
Yeah.
that's already going to be. So the original
Late.
league was supposed to be in November, December. They moved that back to January 2022, and then now it's going to be like all the way around. Like, damn, it's a while, you know.
I feel like I've seen some tweets too, basically saying that if there is another league, it's going to be kind of recycled content.
Yeah, I remember seeing something like that.
I think they might go for that because there's a lot more content in the game if they do a Trailblazer, the one where you lock yourself to certain regions.
Yeah.
It would be a bit of a different experience now because say you go to Tombs of Massacre instead and it changes up everything. So I could see them doing that with unlocking Zaya as well, but I don't know. I kind of want something new though. I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't be terribly mad if they did Leagues 1 again because
No.
I didn't play Leagues 1 at all. I didn't even log in
Same.
on Leagues 1. Because I was like maxing my account and I was like doing agility for 12 hours a day.
I didn't play
People
the
who-
game then.
People who played Leagues though, they say that Leagues 1 was the worst. Like
Really?
'cause it was only in Zaya, so there wasn't much decision making. It's like if you want to train agility, you need to just go and do this thing because it's the only thing you can do. Whereas in like the other leagues, there's like at least you've got choices.
Yeah,
And,
that's a good point.
But don't get me wrong, it was very fun, but I'd say it was the least enjoyable. But they've got more polished and better as they go on. So I don't know,
And the
we'll see.
walkers.
I
The
didn't
walkers,
Walkers.
oh
Oh my
my
God.
the walkers, bro. The IQ test at the start, like, oh, it's too good, it's too good.
I like the idea, like if they allow a lot of choices, that's what Trailblazer is good for, because you're allowed to theory craft all these different things and do all these things. Whereas like League's one, you're stuck in current, and the only way to train agility is freaking the winter tot thing or barbarian
Yeah.
fishing. So it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trailblazer
super
was
fun.
fun. That was the only leagues I really liked. I didn't like Leagues 3 that much.
Leagues 3 was a hard like ramp up for
Hard
me.
to-
Like
it's
it
hard
was
to
just
get
I was just
into.
like I fell off
Yeah,
after
it's a
one
slow
day. I'm just like,
start.
dude, this is too much, man.
Yeah. I actually think Leagues 3 was my favorite league, though. I think Leagues 2 had a better design, but I just enjoyed Leagues 3 so much. I don't know why. I just was in the mood for it.
Yeah, I liked it till the extension, and then I was over it.
Oh yeah.
I felt so bad for everyone who was pushing for ranks too, and then had to just completely sleep deprive themselves for like an
Oh,
extra
yeah,
2
that was
weeks.
brutal.
So miserable.
Oh good.
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
think the public's response to like leagues affects how well your content does relating to leagues, or you're kind of in your own lane?
I don't think it. No, because people were starting to trash on that league. Yeah, my videos were doing super good still on all the metrics. So I don't think it had that much of a difference. I think
Okay.
people. Yeah, like even like someone just because someone's not doing something doesn't mean they don't want to watch someone else do it. Like they don't have to. I don't show them all the pain points, right? They don't have to experience pain when they watch a solo mission video. Like the whole idea is they just get some like 10 minutes of fun. Like that's the entire sort of.
And honestly,
Yeah.
if someone else isn't enjoying it, them getting to see you enjoy it might just be what they need. So
Yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Well, a lot of people like
Yeah.
content that like takes the grind out of it. Like I love
Oh,
watching
yeah,
like
absolutely.
UIM series and stuff because I'm like, this looks so nice for like 20 minutes, and then you actually do it and it's fucking
no.
terrible. And I think that's a lot of how Last Leagues was definitely
Yeah, yeah.
more.
Yeah, because
grinding
like
than anybody wanted.
you just want to see like some busted shit, like people hitting like 200 of DH and all this sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Like. Yeah. No, super enjoyable though.
dang, I didn't
Any-
realize I like subconsciously answered somebody's Twitter question. They have
I
like, a
feel
whole
like I know.
question.
I feel like we've gone through all of them. Just
A
like
lot of them were quite
naturally.
a lot of them
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
quite similar though. Like
I just
Yeah.
came
Guilds
up
of Pure Man, Leagues,
Does
Gilmore Games.
This is the
anybody
most,
have any other ones they want to pull from?
this is the
Everyone loves
most
Gilmore Games
people
so
who've
much.
responded to a tweet,
Yeah.
a base tweet, like ever. They're just like, holy shit, solo mission on. People just be fucking typing up shit.
This is
Oh,
the
I
most
see.
interactive we've had. I think
Yeah.
of all the tweets we've done.
I saw a really important tweet. A cold one asked, "Do you know my buddy Ray?"
Oh, Ray. Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
no,
know
I
what
do
this
know. I know who you're talking about. Ray's like, he's like an old friend. He's like always there when you need him, sort of thing. He's helped me out like loads of times. Raid Shadow Legends. You can collect and customize
knew
over
it.
600 champions. The best game in the world.
I knew it.
Someone server meet this guy till it's
Joe
over.
I mean,
Rogan
bro.
left, bro.
I really hope that's what he means, and there's not some guy that is actually called Ray. It's just
That's what I thought I meant as well. I just
Fuck
had to
you,
make
Ray.
sure.
I thought I was waiting for it to be a D's nuts joke or something of like
Oh,
that
God.
caliber.
Oh, yes. Fuck it.
Or Raycon Airbuds.
Ronda
Shit, that would work as
Rousey.
well.
Oh yeah, Raycon.
Shout out
Oh.
Raycon.
Lot of options
Shout out
there.
Ray.
Twitter workshop, anybody?
I've
I
got
mean,
some decent workshoppers today. I'm a little excited actually.
I have
think I
nothing.
have-
I posted.
You
a
don't
photo
really
of mine.
tweet, do you?
I know.
No.
I'm gonna be super disappointing. I don't really tweet. If I get into my
Yeah.
drafts, it'll be like HelloFresh Pog Solo 65.
Honestly,
You
just
tweet
tweet
that.
that. That's fire.
Just post that, or if like a November code or something.
Just like a full Christmas themed one or something.
Yeah, don't get hungry this Christmas.
Oh my god.
That'll do numbers, dude. I'm telling you. I don't know if I have any either, actually.
I have one, but I think it needs some critiquing.
Well, workshopping. That's what we're here for.
All right. I'll just start off. Fuck it. This is the only one. It's kind of me. I'm kind of being a dickhead. But if I join your Twitch stream and you're vibing to some music they'd play at Hollister, I'm never watching you again. Just being.
What kind of music did they play at Hollister?
Bro, you know.
Bro, like the
exactly what they play at
stereotypical like 10 viewer Andy stream music where it's like some fucking Monster Cat music or I don't know, some weird EDM that everyone's like a remix of like a Drake song, but like EDM or
Oh,
like
God.
that one the one Six Slack
Oh, so like
song.
Ignoble's playlist?
What
Yeah,
the
what
fuck?
the
Why are
hell,
you
man?
fucking? Why are you flaming me, bro?
He's not wrong.
Bro, wha- okay, honestly, all right. I'm the one recording the cast here. Okay, come on, guys. Be nice. Look,
You
I
can
had
edit some
one. I
Millennium
had
right now,
one
Nick.
day.
If when you're editing the podcast right here, it puts a Millennium over this.
It makes me think of that Rolls song or whatever. That used to be like a popular TikTok song. I don't know. Maybe Hollister's not a good.
Millennium
I don't
goes
know,
hard. I
what-
don't give a fuck. What
I
you
don't know if
say.
people would get that though. Like, who's going into Hollister like a lot?
Yeah, you're right.
Hollister
Nowadays.
I don't know. Is it like
What
more
do
of a, there's some in the UK, but I don't know. Maybe it's more an American thing. I just don't think
don't know, what's-
a lot of people would get that, would they? I don't know.
Yeah,
don't
a
know either.
stereotypical store where they play like pretty shitty EDM.
Just say the
music.
mall. Just say the mall. or
Yeah,
something.
you're right. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
that you could say that. That's some shit they
They'd play at the
mall.
mall. They'd play at the
Yeah.
mall.
Some normie shit. I'm trying to think of like the worst festival that somebody could go to, but I can't think of anything.
A bad festival.
Eek.
Bonnaroo.
Oh, don't hate on Bonnaroo. Even though they've
No, I
had
like
bad
Bonnaroo.
lineups. They've had some pretty
Yeah, they
bad
have
lineups.
horrible lineups.
Yeah, the lineups, they used to be fire. Now they've definitely gone downhill,
Yeah.
to be fair.
I'll just.
Okay.
I have no tweets. I'm sorry.
I've got.
I got a couple softies. I just want to softball them your way. See how you guys feel about them.
All right, send
Um,
Boy.
First one, Mormons are the white people of white people.
I think that's good.
That's a fair
It's just a
statement.
fact.
That's pretty good.
It's not a joke,
If
it's
Papa
an
was
out
here,
there.
if Papa was here, you go, oh man, this is really
Don't call me the
Oh,
white
wow.
people
Oh,
of white
fuck, man.
I
people.
would be here for when I read that one.
Dude, he'd go, dude.
The second's a photo. It's like it's hard to describe. Like here, it's me with the minion filter on. That's
Wow.
and then
what? That is
and then the-
nightmare fuel.
and then the caption is walking up to the head-on collision that killed a family of 4 and telling the only survivor that they can't park there.
Bro, what? That's a.
Yeah, Stacy. Stacy, you were so good.
That
bro.
would be
Yeah,
fire
bro.
as a
You gotta
TikTok.
tweet
I think
You
that
got-
would be
you got-
amazing.
No. Just tweet that, bro. Tweet that immediately.
That's a good one.
Oh my
That's
god.
for sure.
Okay,
Is that it?
I see the
That's all
potential.
that's all
I got okay. I got 2, but I think one of them is not very nice.
I like
um,
that.
I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Saw a fat girl with pepper spray in her purse. I need that kind of
No,
confidence in my life.
No, you can't tweet that. You can't tweet that.
You can't
more
tweet that.
You can't tweet that.
You
Fat
can't
people
tweet
today,
that.
bro. What is with fat? What is with all this?
I don't. For some reason,
Leave the
Nick just
fat
got me
people
down
alone,
that
bro.
road, bro. I'm so
Let them
sorry.
eat. Let
You
them
can't do
cook. Let them eat.
I think I'm gonna revert back to one that I spitballed, and it just goes: if you use inventory tags, I will personally come to your house and kill you. I'm just gonna tweet it.
I like that. I like that. That's good. Do that one.
All right, I got a
don't care
better
if
one.
I catch
He's
flack
about to
for
get
that.
banned.
Hey, Gilbert, you gotta redeem it.
Really do.
This is redemption. For the record, I am totally cool with people who have higher weight levels.
Shut
I'm cool
up
with
and
that.
get
It's
a
okay.
tweet, bro. You
Anyway.
have to apologize for saying people are fat. God damn it, bro.
Don't cancel me. Depression isn't real. Just click the boss.
Man.
Some hot takes
That's
today.
too deep.
What about like
It's
depression
true.
isn't real? Just smile beautiful. That feels like an
Smiley
ignoble
face. The smiley face.
tweet.
Just smile, babe.
That sounds like a Tinder bio.
Well, that's why we have the workshop.
That's the type of
You
that's the
should-
type of tweet that gets like a million quote retweets. Like, look at this guy. He's like making fun of
What is he
depression and all
fucking?
sorts of stuff.
Yeah, what does
See,
he
but
say?
that's
Yeah, I
what
feel
you
like
want,
that
the
one's that
engagement.
one's
You
yeah.
should sit this week out, Ignoble. I think you
Yeah,
should.
bro. You're gonna have the obese people coming for Jabba the Hut and his family are about to come fuck you up, bro. You better not go near a golden corral down here when you're down here, bro. I could be fucking waiting for your ass. I'll talk him out of it though. I got you, bro. Don't worry.
Thanks, bro. I actually had one more. Then I'm taking over T Papa's spot today.
Sure? Are you sure you want to do one more?
I'm taking over T Papa's spot today for worst tweets.
You
All right.
really are.
In all caps. If you had a good week, keep that shit to yourself.
That's pretty. I like that one more. I like that one.
That one's the best one
one.
so far.
I think you
Yeah.
should say that one, yeah.
Solo, my tweets aren't usually this bad, bro. This is T Papa's job. I gotta carry some
Someone's
days.
got
Yeah,
to-
someone has to do it.
Man.
I literally was at the gym today, and I was like, I have nothing to tweet, so I just tweeted a photo of myself at the gym. So that's
I
all I
like
got
that
today.
photo. Yeah. That's all my-
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's what I got for you today. So I had nothing.
Is that all the tweets we got? We locked and loaded.
Zaza,
Solo,
you had
got-
nothing?
you got
I'm
nothing?
empty. I'm completely running on empty.
You can take
Any
one of
drafts at
mine.
all, Solo.
Oh, that's
What?
okay. Thank you though.
Yeah, pull the
I
drafts
might
up.
just-
See if you have something in there at least, maybe.
I
My
might just
actual
steal a whale tweet. Sorry. Whale just
Yeah.
tweeted, just found out Wooks is 6'6". He's playing with the wrong Lake RS. The wrong
Lakers.
Lakers. I'm gonna just
Oh.
copy paste it and just tweet it myself.
No,
Just
dude.
do it. Yeah, rip his
That's
shit,
what we
rip his
should do.
shit.
No, we should. Okay, wait. For this
Yeah.
one time, since Solo Mission doesn't ever tweet some crazy shit, I really wish we had good stuff. Because if we had a really good tweet, we could just let Solo Mission tweet it, and everyone would be like, "Why the fuck did he tweet
Well,
that?"
we could just go back to our
No,
best
no.
tweets from the past and he can just rip one.
Yeah, he could take something from that.
Or if he doesn't want to, I don't, he might, he's like, I don't know if it's on brand.
I'm not a Twitter guy. I'm too friendly. I care too much about getting as many views as possible, bro.
What do
Can't
you
let
mean?
the career die. I respect it. I respect it. He's like, you
He's an
measly
AI
peasants
clown,
can make
bro.
your schizo tweets.
He's working for Jagex. Conspiracy's true.
You are the
paying
golden
him millions
child.
of
of
You have to
dollars,
keep
I
up
feel.
appearances.
Golden
That's a good
child.
idea.
Legit.
Have you ever
True.
seen like our tweets come out at like 4 in the morning our time and just like a barrage of just
Oh yeah,
Black shit.
I'm familiar with the barrage. Yeah, it's good. I like
The
it.
base
I'm
Baraga.
a big fan. Yeah, I'm just not into tweeting like some crazy shit. Like Skidler, like fucking Skidler's, like they're posting
I
his
just
like
saw his
toilet on
fucking
Twitter,
shit. Yeah.
Like, what the
Oh
fuck,
wait,
bro?
tasty. Did you know?
Bro.
Did you know Skidler's like goated at CS? I did not know how goated he was. He's global.
He's really good at CS.
He's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to bring that
Yeah.
up.
I think his brother like played in like esports or something. I don't know. I think his brother's
Really?
good. Yeah,
I believe
I
it.
remember. I met him at RuneFest and he was talking about it a bit. I think. Or maybe it was
I went
COD or
into-
something, I don't know.
I went into his stream and I brought up CS or something, and he said all his friends that he mainly has that watch him that are like genuinely good people are from Counter Strike and not from RuneScape. He said most of his friends are not from RuneScape.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually surprised by that. I know RuneScape has a reputation, but CS:GO's, you know.
Yeah, I was
gets
gonna
rough.
say CS. Yeah, it gets a little more toxic, but
Gets
I guess
rough
the
in
good
there, bro.
CS:GO players, they're good people.
Well,
I don't
better
know.
than Smash players.
True.
Yeah, there's.
that's a high bar, my
Speaking of
guy.
gas, we gotta get Mr. Skidler on at some point. He'd be good.
Oh, he would
I'm
work
scared.
well. I reckon he'd be so down.
Oh, that would be so
It'll be
fun.
it'll
I
be
want
an
to bring up
unhinged-
the.
it'll be unhinged for
bro,
sure.
If we bring Skidler on, I'm bringing up the time where like I made shitty comments about the like chart of popular. or I called it a
Twitter?
popularity contest.
Oh, the
Twitter
Twitter
contest.
drama.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna ask him what he thought about that because there was definitely a point where he was probably like, "That guy's a fucking loser." But we'll just. I want to see. I would love to talk to him about it. So maybe we do get him.
Maybe
on.
he'll punch you in
Oh
the face
shit, you
next
got
Runefest.
beef? No.
Yeah.
I'll
I could
defend
be
you,
that
man.
guy. That's. I mean, not really. I don't really want to take an L from Skidler. He's pretty cool.
Are we ready to launch?
Oh yeah, we
All
launched.
right. Launching. 3,
3, 2, 1.
1.
Launched.
Good shit.
Sent.
Let me juice him.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Solo
Juice.
maker.
The
Juice.
fucking
Sorry if
tasty
anybody
one,
missed
man.
any questions.
yeah.
The only reason I suggested the workshop is because I actually have to. I gotta go to dinner soon.
Yeah, were there any questions that you saw that we didn't ask you that you'd like to be asked?
I don't know. It was just like, I think you guys covered like pretty much everything, right? I don't know. I think there was that much more. If your question didn't get answered, like, unlucky, I guess. It is what it is. Just deal with
We
it.
hate you, actually. We hate
That's
you
what
and we
it
thought
is.
your question was stupid.
Maybe next
So,
time,
that's
if you
what it was.
subscribe to our Patreon, we will answer your question.
Ooh,
True.
Keynix is starving. Starving. Look at that.
Oh my God. He's a
Straight
homeless
bone.
child.
Damn.
God, please help me. I need to eat. I
Alrighty,
literally
well,
made pizza rolls and didn't eat them.
Thank you for watching.
thank you
Based
for
After Dark
watching.
episode
Ignoble hates
35.
fat people.